Hello, my beautiful movie peeps, and welcome to the Friday live stream. Little late than usual. That's because I was filming the Terrifier 3 spoiler review in my Fart the Clown outfit. Not Art the Clown, Fart the Clown. Get used to it now. Here we go. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. Apologies for being later, but honestly, bigger apologies for just not posting this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your boy got back on his video game addiction and it started overtaking his life. I don't know how many of you guys saw when it was what was it? I don't even know what day of the week it was. Your boy was playing Dragon Ball Spark and Zero. And is it still up on my page? Yes. I posted a little video of me playing it. Let's let that go by for a sec. And I just been playing it nonstop ever since then. I have gotten way too addicted playing ranked mode and whatnot. And I'd like to tell you I'm cracked at the game and that I'm a high ranking player. Your boy's got a lot of work to do. It was quite embarrassing how badly I was getting taken down in online mode, but that made me more addicted to keep going. See, your boy's here. I was playing, taking it down, and I don't know how many of you guys saw me lose like 10 times in the first 3 levels. Good to know everybody was struggling with those early levels. So it wasn't just me, all right? But that is where your boy was for a whole week. It got the addiction of playing this game got so bad. I busted out my PlayStation Portal, which I have not used since I bought it. That thing has been a brick dust collector for months. But I'd be here playing for hours. Then my beautiful lady's like, "Are you coming to bed, dear?" And I'm like, "I'll be right there." I busted out that portal and I'm in the bed just well, she's and oh dude, it's bad. It's bad. Okay, but I apologize. That is what I was doing. I'm sorry about it. Your boy now has got most of it. I'm still gonna be playing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still gonna be playing, but it's back to work and making content because it is Spook Your Mama time, and I have to be making that. So apologies for being gone for a whole week, but dude, I just could not believe it, man. That game, it was so addicting. Bro on his training arc. I'm trying to be. I'm very bad though. Anybody who plays, I'm right now ranked C3, which reverse it 3C. I'm ranked C3 right now, which is not good. Not that great. I need to go higher. But all right, there we go. That's where I've been. And it was also kind of a slow week. Not a lot of news was dropping this week. Like I think the biggest news that was official was the Green Lantern casting, which we're going to get into. And by the way, let me just go through the topics of today's live stream. We're going to be talking about a new Ghostbuster movie. Got confirmed. The Green Lantern casting. Gonna give you my opinion on that. We got James Gunn debunking some rumors about his DCU Batman, whether we believe him and what we think about that. He's also teasing when we're gonna see the first Superman footage, and it's looking like it could be this year. And of course, because it's the hot buzz, Spider-Man 4. We got some updates on that. So we're going to get into all that here, but I just want to see what the chat is saying, what you guys are talking about here. No, I have not watched Daima. Yeah, I'm planning to do that after this stream. I really want to. It's like Dragon Ball's consuming my life this week, buddy. It's crazy. Leatherface is coming to Fortnite. I saw Jigsaw is there. When are they adding the Jigsaw emote? Not emote, the mythic. Because there's supposed to be a Jigsaw mythic where like you throw a tricycle and it follows a guy and it explodes. When that update comes, I'll probably do a Fortnite stream as Billy the Puppet. But I already bought me my Billy the Puppet outfit, so gonna have to do that since I did it for Michael. So they're saying tomorrow. Okay, we'll see if that's true. If that's the case, then be on the lookout on the Twitch. I'll do a Fortnite stream, and if you don't want to see the Twitch, I'll compile a video for the Clips channel, and you guys can see it there. All right, so we'll see how it goes. 3C beasts are coming. Well, somebody stop them, man. Who's letting the beast come? Let's see. What a wonderful day. So good to see all you guys. So good to see all you guys. So let's just jump into it. Let's get into the news and see what's happening here. So, Ghostbusters, baby. So we all know
how there was a Ghostbuster movie that came out this year. I think most of us forgot this came out this year. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire was released earlier this year. Look, am I going to argue with anybody who said it was a bad movie? No, I'm not going to argue with you. I totally understand why you would say that. As a big Ghostbuster fan, it was okay. There was some things that were a letdown about it and some weird story choices, specifically with McKenna Grace's character and that ghost friend she had. And then it got very Marvel-esque at the end of the movie with Kumail Nanjiani's character having these powers, and the villain, although really cool, just got defeated so quickly. Like, there's things I liked, but a lot of things where I was like, man, I want Ghostbusters to be awesome again. I don't just want the movies to be eh. And that's kind of what it was, right? And box office wise, I'm not even sure how much it made. I think it made okay money. I don't think it even made like amazing buckets of money. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Frozen Empire made. Oh, that's not even. That is not really. But I think also the movie was made on a $70 million budget. So 201 is actually a win. I think a win is a win. That the studio's looking, Sony's looking at that like a win is a win. We made money back. We got a little bit of profit. I don't know if that's good enough for them to still go, but well, actually, I do know it's good enough because we did get comments here from the producing team. So right now, let me just put it up here. I got it from the direct. They had it all nicely put together. Where's it? Where's it? The direct? Okay. So we have here Ghostbuster director confirms future movies are in the works. So Gail Kinnan, who just did Frozen Empire, was doing an interview, and this is what he said. We definitely are continuing the conversations of telling big Ghostbuster stories on the big screen. The answer is yes. Jason Reitman, who directed Afterlife, we take the responsibility and joy being the keepers of the flame of Ghostbusters very seriously. We definitely are continuing the conversations of telling big Ghostbuster stories on the big screen. Stay tuned. There'll be more. There'll be more about that later. And then he goes on to a little bit more detail. And if I'm being honest with you guys, as a Ghostbuster fan, that's what I'm more kind of interested in right now. The Ghostbusters animated movie. I don't know what's going on with this movie or what happened to it. I'm hoping Transformers 1 did not make them go, oh, okay, but it got announced, like 2 years ago now, that Sony is making an animated Ghostbuster movie. So, like, Sony, the people behind the Spider-Verse movies, they could do something so interesting, and that could be the thing to catapult Ghostbusters and reel in a new fan base. Because right now, I'm willing to bet the fans watching the movie that made that $200 million budget, mainly the older fans. It's like me, the unk people. I don't think there's a lot of little TikTok kids going to see Ghostbusters. They look at that as, "There's Grandpa's movie. Where's Grandpa?" The animated movie could be the thing to make new, younger Ghostbuster fans and keep the franchise going. But, I mean, elephant in the room, as much as I like Transformers 1, I wonder if Sony's looking at that and going, oh, animated IP movies aren't really busting. What's that movie at now? Please tell me it's hit over 100 million. Let's see. Oh, 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 that hurts. That hurts as a Transformers fan, man. I didn't even hit 100 million yet. There's still chance. There's still hope. I think it's still going to be released in a couple of other markets. It's not all the way out everywhere yet, but I think looking at this and Sony is going, Transformers is $1 billion franchise with movies that have made billions of dollars. But when it goes animated, nobody went to go see it. I don't think that's good news for our Ghostbuster franchise, but this is almost like the price you pay when an IP goes animated. They are not the best, not that the best. They're good quality, but they are not always the biggest money makers. Like if we go to Spider-Verse, I'm always bringing this up. Spider-Verse box office. Or the Spider-Man box office. There we go. Spider-Man, if you look at it, the money the first Spider-Verse movie made in comparison to all the other Spider-Man movies, laughable. Laughable. Because here we go. Let's go. We got here, and we're going to go with lifetime gross. So the best ones. And we look at it. Oh, Spider-Verse right here. Number 9. It's literally the bottom movie. Don't count this No Way Home re-release. That doesn't count. Into the Spider-Verse. The first Spider-Verse movie didn't even hit 200 million. I mean, to perspective, Amazing Spider-Man 2 did, the first Amazing Spider-Man. The first Spider-Verse movie was not that big of a hit. It was on the verge of Sony going, maybe we don't need to make an animated movie. But, dude, 5 years of that movie on Netflix, Amazon, streaming, kids needing something to watch. Oh, the fan base grew. And then where's Across the Spider-Verse, baby? Where is it on here? What the heck? Where's I know Across the Spider-Verse needs to be on here. Did I miss it? Where the heck is Across the Spider-Verse? Well, whatever. Across the Spider-Verse, I think made 600 million. Let's see. Across the Spider-Verse box office. Let's see that. Oh, baby, almost $700 million. So I think the studios have to be looking at that. I know Transformers 1 is not a flop, but it's not making the money they want right now. I think if you give it 5 years and you let Transformers 1 just license it to Netflix, let it be on Netflix endlessly so that parents can just put it on for their kids, 5 years of that, oh, you'd see Transformers 2 be big. So, same thing with Ghostbusters. It might not be the biggest hit first, but I feel like this is the future for Ghostbusters. This is what they need to do it. Because right now, I gotta tell you, even though I was okay of Frozen Empire, not that pumped for a sequel. I don't even know what you do. It's starting to get sad seeing my older Ghostbusters just milling about, you know? So, yeah, look, TMNT box office is going to be the proof of that. TMNT Mutant Mayhem, also a minor hit, but that one had the bonus of toys. And I go to Walmart, they still selling Mutant Mayhem toys. Yeah, didn't even crack 200 million. But I guarantee you what, sequel will be at least 400 million. I bet you it will, because now you'll have kids that are watching it right now nonstop on streaming, playing the toys, learning about it, watching the animated series they came out with. The second movie is going to be a win. So it's an investment you have to make. All right. So anyways, I kind of am just more interested in the animated Ghostbuster movie. I hope they move forward with that. Whatever they do with the live action movie, I just hope it's good. I'm so afraid they're just going to keep making a Ghostbuster movie. So we'll see how they go. Chris, my power's out. Oh no, my friend. I'm sorry. I'll lend you some energy. Me. 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 There you go. You can charge your phone now. You're welcome, buddy. All right, let's move on now to talk about some DCU stuff. Got a lot of DCU updates. Let's start off with the Green Lantern stuff. So, you guys know on the channel here, I've been talking. I'm a big fan of the Green Lanterns, and it's all because of this dreaded freaking movie that we don't have any Green Lantern movies. We don't have any love for the Lanterns, and they're all just being made fun of. Like Ryan Reynolds recently did like some ad campaign, and he's still making fun of the movie. I'm like, Ryan, let it go, buddy. Let it be. Well, we finally got the casting announcement for the show on Max. And okay, there's some conversations, there's some controversy, some stuff where people are being a little I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say exaggerated, but just a little like ungrateful, I guess is the word. I don't know, man. Okay. So, let me start off with Kyle Chandler. So Kyle Chandler got confirmed to be playing Hal Jordan. Admittedly, not my preferred choice. In fact, kind of a wild one for me. But you know what? I can kind of see it. The guy's not a bad actor. He's charming. I think he's got that demeanor down of what you want from a Hal Jordan, that can be kind of a nice guy, has good willpower and whatnot. It does. I'm just kind of sad that they are going with an older Hal Jordan, and since the articles of the Green Lantern show made it clear, Hal Jordan doesn't have a movie deal, Kyle Chandler, but whoever's playing Jon Stewart, they're going to get a movie deal, meaning Hal's most likely dying in this HBO show, and Jon Stewart's going on to the Justice League movie. So I was like, okay, fine. And then you also have the plot that I'm seeing a lot of backlash for. Like, in fact, there's a lot of backlash for this movie. Let me look it up. Synopsis. The synopsis, I kind of dig. It says, the series follows new recruit Jon Stewart and Lantern legend Hal Jordan, two intergalactic cops drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. A lot of people did not like that that the show is going to be taking place in like okay, American farmland. I mean, that's basically what it's going to be. Sorry, American farmland. I'm just looking for a good photo. The show is mainly going to be them solving a murder mystery out at some like farm town, at some that. And people want, the big space adventure and them to go planet to planet, which would be cool, but I don't think this is a bad move. At the end of the day, the Green Lanterns are still protecting Earth. And if there is a mystery that involves them, and it's them protecting Earth, let them do it. I kind of like the idea of the Green Lanterns in this area, and imagining what they could do, I think could be so cool. What I hope in the later series or in the movie stuff, they go to, a different planet and whatnot, sure. But at the end of the day, I mean, Hal Jordan, John Stewart, they're in charge of protecting Earth in this section of the galaxy, so let them do this. I don't think that's a bad move. All right, so now we have to talk about the guy who got cast as John Stewart, Aaron Pierre. Now, we had heard his name being floated around a couple weeks ago, and mainly because he was also a popular fan cast because he was in a Netflix movie called Rebel Ridge, which I'm going to recommend it to you. I really like this movie, like a lot. It's basically John Wick, not John Wick, Rambo. I wouldn't even say John Wick either. The reason I'm hesitant to recommend it to you is because some people think there's going to be a lot of action in it when there's not. It has action sequences, but it's a very dialogue driven, and it's a realistic take on somebody fighting the police. You can't just go up to the police, start shooting them, and expect to have any consequences. No, I liked his performance in here because he had to find the realistic way to fight against the police department where he wouldn't end up in jail by the end of it. And to me, it was such a cool, dramatic movie. Highly recommend Rebel Ridge. Just, again, don't go in expecting a lot of action, because a lot of people came out disappointed thinking it was an action movie when it's got action elements, but no. Anyways, when I saw Aaron Pierre in this movie, I was like, I really like him. If he ends up being John Stewart, super big win. And well, we got it. So to me, as a fan of both John Stewart, mainly knowing him from the animated Justice League show, I was like, oh, that's a win. And dude, you also can't tell me the man having green eyes didn't help. Dude, I think John Stewart is one of the only Green Lanterns where his eyes glow green. I don't think Hal Jordan's does. Hal has that mask and his eyes glow white. Hal Jordan. Yep, eyes glow white. Eyes glowing white. Okay, let's look up. What's it? Oh, dude, I'm missing out on. Well, who's the guy that freaking Nathan Fillion is playing? Nathan, Guy Gardner. There we go. My name came to mind. Guy Gardner. Uh, no green, no green. So like, it's a very distinct feature that actually goes with John Stewart, and that was good. And I thought that's cool, and that's got to be a big part. And also, James Gunn said his test screening, his audition is what really sold him. But okay, there is unfortunately a small controversy with this, and I don't even know how to go about addressing it, and it's not even for me to say anything about. But the controversy is when John Stewart, the character, was created, the comic book artist or creator really wanted John Stewart to be a dark skinned black man. And there was some trouble with that because sometimes the comic book department wouldn't want that and they'd portray him as light skin. And there's this always back and forth with colorism, which is like a subsidiary of racism and stuff like it. Like, putting it in perspective, I first learned of colorism when it came to Namor in Black Panther. So when Black Panther 2 was revealed that Namor was going to be there and we got the actor, I was like, okay, cool. Win for my Mexican people. We're going to have him in there. In Mexico, they hated that this actor got cast as Namor and is not properly representing the Mexican culture. Because turns out Mexicans be racist too. Because in Mexico, there's a lot of white people like me that think they're above the more brown looking Mexicans. And so they actually didn't like that he had to represent the Mexican culture. Now, that's the first time I learned about that. I had no idea that was a thing, colorism, a thing in Mexico. And I asked my dad, and he's like, "Oh no, that's real. If you watch the novelas, the white Mexicans are playing the rich people, and then they have the darker Mexicans playing like the janitors, the homeless people, the evil people, and stuff like that." And I was like, I did not know that was a thing. So over here, It's another thing where they feel like you can never have a dark-skinned actor, uh, perfectly portrayed because it makes people too uncomfortable and all that. I don't know what to say about that. To me, honestly, he's a good actor. He's shown me he has a really great demeanor. The green eyes is really the only color I'm caring about right now. So to me, it's a win. But I guess I could understand why some people are upset. But I'll also say some people are taking it way too far, where they're attacking this guy just for getting an audition and actually being right for the role when it comes to acting. That's where I'm like, okay, some of you guys are stepping it too far and they're just being mean to this guy for no reason. So I don't know. That's kind of a controversial part. And again, I'm just pasty Mexican white guy. I don't know much to say about that. And I've seen the arguments of why it should be really important to have casted a dark character. Again, sorry about that. There's always going to be something, but to me, I am happy with it. I think it's going to be awesome, and this is the guy we're going to see next to David Cornsworth, Superman, and he's going to be the Green Lantern. Now, the part I want to talk about is what are these suits going to look like? I want to know what they're doing with the Green Lantern suits because you know what? I'm going to say it. I didn't mind that the Green Lantern movie had CGI suits. I actually think that makes a lot of sense. The suit the ring conjures up the suit, and although I don't like the look of the suit, I did like the effect and I didn't think it looked all that bad. I kind of like the idea of it being animated, but we've already seen some set photos of Guy Gardner, and although this won't be his permanent suit, in the movie. We're pretty sure this is like a temporary suit because they got the superheroes are going to have like corporate sponsors and whatnot in the film. That's looking to be a subplot of this movie. At the end of the day, when Guy Gardner gets his classic suit, I don't see how you animate that. Like, why would you animate a jacket, right? Like, that would look so dumb. Maybe animate the black parts of the suit, but a jacket, have it physically there. For the John Stewart look, I don't know, man. I just like, I kind of don't mind if it's like animated because having it be skin tight, I think is part of it, and it's such a cool looking suit and whatnot. So I honestly don't mind that. I was like the thumbnail I used for this live stream. Let me see if I could bring it up. I had a really cool suit. Oh, that's where I'll also bring up like this. Dude, if this was a suit, very happy. I would love that. And see, skin tight kind of works because again, the ring conjures that up. This is where I also want to bring up the Zack Snyder Green Lantern that we never got to see make his debut in the movie. I dig this suit. I don't. I look. The actor doesn't have much history and whatnot, but that suit. Zack Snyder was kind of cooking with that suit. I like the way that looked. That would have been awesome. Even the little hexagons and all that. So already he's got some stiff competition. But I understand. Not everybody likes the CGI, and also shows going on Max, and I've talked about how the Penguin doesn't it's not a cheap looking show. It does look expensive and hey, I learned my lesson. The Penguin show is peak. All right, I am hooked. I cannot wait for episode 4 this Sunday. But seeing that, I'm like I don't think they have the MCU Disney Plus budget on these shows and maybe they shouldn't cuz there's no reason She-Hulk should be 200 million an episode, but you have a main CGI character there. Having a fully CGI suit could be expensive, so we'll probably have something physically there. Just don't make it baggy like the Superman suit. Okay. So, anyways, I'm happy with the casting choice. I think really solid actor. He seems like a nice guy in all the interviews I've seen of it, and I just can't wait. Green Lanterns are finally getting some love, man. It's been so freaking long. It's been so long. All right, let's move on now to the next DCU news here. Let me see what we got. Some updates with the Batman. So, well, not Robert Pattinson's the Batman, but the DCU Batman. So, one, I also want to say, apparently this Absolute Batman comic is peak. So, just plugging it there because I'm gonna pick it up this weekend to read it. Everybody's been going crazy about Absolute Batman. Apparently, it's like a 24-year-old Batman, and they redo his origin and the way he meets his villains. I've been hearing nothing but great things, so I got to pick this up. Just bringing that up for you guys to know. But one thing that people are worried about because Hal Jordan was picked as Kyle Chandler, what's Kyle Chandler's age? Kyle Chandler age. 59, almost 60. And we're getting by the time the show comes out, it'll be a 60-year-old Hal Jordan And people really don't like that. They don't want them to be old. And so there was a rumor going around that there would be a middle-aged Batman. That what the heck is this? Me if I was Batman, baby. Me if I was Batman. But that there would be a middle-aged Batman. And James Gunn addressed it like he loves to do on the X, not X, he goes on Threads to talk about it. Let me bring it up. He debunked it, and people are calling BS because, they just don't believe anything that be coming out of the mouths of James Gunn. So James Gunn pulled up this article, or not article, but this little tweet that said, looks like DCU Studios wants a middle-aged Batman for the DCU. And James Gunn said, Bush, Bush. You know what? I believe him. To me right now, I don't think I have seen anything where James Gunn has lied. He's definitely been vague. Like, people bring up the whole Superman costume and Ultraman thing, but he didn't say those aren't part of the movie whenever that came up. He just said the main villain of my Superman movie is Lex Luthor. That's all I'm saying. That isn't him saying the Ultraman rumors weren't true. I really hope so, cuz nothing against Ben Affleck Batman, but I don't have this obsession like a lot of DC fans right now, where they want every Justice League member to be the exact same age. They want Hal Jordan to be 30 years old, Superman 30 years old, Jon Stewart 30 years old, Batman 30 years old. Everybody who's in the Justice League just must be 30 years old and all at the same age. They were all born the same year, got their powers around the same time. Like, to me, that's just not realistic, especially when James Gunn is already building his his DC world. It's already a lived-in world. So there's some people that are going to be older than others and whatnot. But out of all the characters I do want to be similar in age, it's Batman and Superman. I just want them to be around the same age. I just feel like that's the way it should be. I didn't have anything too much against Ben Affleck and his age difference with Henry Cavill, but there was a part of me that would have liked him to be a little bit younger. And I know people are saying, yeah, but he's going to have Damian Wayne. That doesn't mean he's going to be old. I've explained it. Batman with Damian, the easiest explanation you give for that is when Bruce Wayne travels the world to, become Batman and learn different things out there. He just trains with the League of Shadows or meets Talia al Ghul when he's like 19, 20, traveling the world. Then he becomes Batman, and 7 years later, at 27, Damian shows up at his door, and he's already had 7 years of being Batman. He's still only 27, on his way to barely being 30. I think that could work. You don't have to have, Batman old to have a kid. You could just say when he was traveling the world before he was even Batman, he conceived Damian, and then Damian doesn't show up 2 years later. I don't know. That's my thing right there. And so I'm glad he debunked it, but we'll see, man. Cause I don't know. Any guesses? How old do you guys want Batman to be in the DC? Or how old do you want the actor who plays Batman in the DCU to be? Like, I know Alan Rich. Let's look up the popular fan cast. Alan Richson, sorry. Jack Reacher. Let's see his age. He is 41, which is middle age. Middle age is 40s, right? Because I think, what's the average lifespan in the 80s? So that would be middle aged. Who's the other one? Jensen Ackles, 46. That's middle age. And these are the popular fan cast. Now let's go with the one I most want. Jake Gyllenhaal. He's my pick for DCU Batman. 43. That's middle aged. I mean, Ezra Miller age, early 30s. I'm trying to think of like a current day, let's see, actor in their 30s. Let's see who could, because I think 30s would be the right pick. These are not actors in their 30s. These all say 40. Come on, where are the actors in their 30s? Actors in their 30s or 40s? Come on, man. Where are the actors in their 30s? I'm trying to think, like, it's probably gonna have to be an unknown. Zac Efron? I don't know if I would want him as Batman. I like Zac, but not as Batman. Oh, Zachary Levi. He's doing great right now. You should just make him Batman. He needs some work. Jensen Ackles. He's 46, but that would be middle aged. And James Gunn just said BS. But also, I don't. I fully believe James Gunn has not. Taron Egerton. He's a little short though. No offense. I'm a short guy. Or actually, no. I'm super tall, 7 feet tall to be exact. There's no proof on the internet that I'm short. 5'9". He's 2 inches taller than me. What's his age? Taron Egerton. 34. I mean, yeah, that's a good age, but I don't know if I'd want him as Batman. Not Tom Holland. Don't you give me no Tom Kit Harington. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of like that choice. Uh, oh no, this is the wrong person I'm thinking about. But okay, he wouldn't be so bad either. I thought you were talking about somebody else. Yeah, sure, not bad, not bad. Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's kind of a good one. I don't mind that. People were thinking he might be a good James Bond. 34 too. Oh, he would be great. He's already Craven though. Channing Tatum, come on. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Y'all said Jared Leto and I left. I said bye. Sorry about that, guys. I clicked the back button when I wasn't supposed to. So anyways, him debunking it right now, I don't think means we wouldn't get a middle-aged man. I just think that literally right now, we don't know who they're casting because I think James Gunn is literally just going to pick the person best fit for the role. He's probably just going to pick anybody between the ages of 30 to 45, maybe even close to 50, because Hollywood 50 is not as old as you think, man. There's some people that are in their 50s that you're like, that guy is 50? Like Keanu Reeves, baby. Oh my God. You just saw John Wick 4. Keanu Reeves is 60 years old. And that man got tossed down the stairs for like 10 minutes straight. That probably was a body double, but still, Keanu don't age, buddy. He's out. So I don't know, guys. Tom Cruise 62. I'm telling you, them Hollywood 50s and 60s, not as old as you think. Now me, when I turn 50 or 60, not looking like them. I'm gonna look like Bill Murray in the last Ghostbuster movie when I'm 50 or 60. But hey, I don't got that Hollywood money. I don't got that Diddy oil or whatever they be using to stay young. Stop the madness. So yeah, he debunks that. We'll see what happens and what comes out from it. But there you go. No middle-aged Batman right now, and low-key kind of happy about that because I cannot deal with more fans complaining online about every actor's age playing a DC character because some of the people were already pissed about that. But I'm happy with this guy, and I can't wait to see what else comes up about it. Okay, now moving on to talk about Superman. It's so weird to talk about this movie and not call it Superman Legacy. Is at one point that's what we thought it was going to be called, but it's just Superman. So, all right. We're all highly anticipating this movie, and man, this movie, it has so much pressure on it, especially after what happened with Joker 2. Because I just did my Terrifier 3 review, which is why I'm in this costume, my spoiler review. And Terrifier 3 could possibly beat Joker 2 in its second weekend, which I think is huge, man. The way Joker 2 fumbled the bag and is like ended up like coming out to Morbius numbers is something we got to look at the freaking history books and remember, man. Joker Filet crashes to Morbius level, but dude, that is the power of making an unlikable movie or a bad movie that most people didn't like. Word of mouth spreads like crazy. And now this is what, the fifth fourth DC movie that is flopped. Let's go into the list of DC movies that have come out. DC movies list wiki. I think Aquaman 2 did make its money back. We'll double check that. But let's look at the last like banger hit they had cuz it's been a while, man. Okay, theatrically released. All right. I just want the theatrical movies, buddy. Okay. DC. Okay, DC Extended Universe then. All right. So here we go. We had just Joker 2 that came out. So Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I think it's the only one that maybe actually made some money back. Aquaman 2, I think it made over 400, but that's kind of the line of everything. Let's see. Okay, 439. I think that's decent. Not That's a huge drop off from the first movie being $1 billion movie though. But okay, didn't make the money they were hoping for. Blue Beetle, unfortunately, a flop. The Flash really lost them a lot of money. Shazam Fury of the Gods also didn't make them the money they wanted. Black Adam was another one in those $400 million range, so it was okay, I think, right? Black Adam box office. Oh, didn't even crack 400 million. Oh, okay. Suicide, well, we know how that went during the pandemic, and it did really unfortunate. Straight to streaming release. Wonder Woman flopped. Birds of Prey flopped. I think Shazam is literally the last like winner they had. Shazam, dude, that's insane to think about. That's how far back. No, that one didn't hit 400 million either. Jeez, man, when's the last big movie? Was it Suicide? Dude, Aquaman then, billion, 2018 then. That was their last hit. 2018. I'm not counting the Batman. I'm talking about their connected universe. Cuz the Batman's outside, but the Batman is a win. You can't lie. That was a what, $700 million movie? But that's also Batman, dude. If you fumble a Batman movie, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. The Batman box office, what was it, 700 mil? Yeah. Yeah, should have been a Billy, but I understand. That's a winner. Okay. But basically what I'm saying, when it comes to a connected DCU movie, they are struggling. So all the pressure is on Superman right now to be the movie, cuz it's not only the Kickstarter, the real, not Creature Commandos, which I know start is in the universe, but Superman is the movie, and it's a lot of pressure. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing this up is because James Gunn is teasing when we can see the first footage. And he's saying, well, no, he's not saying. People brought it up about the Superman teaser, and let me bring this up. Superman teaser. They said here, are we getting a Superman teaser or trailer before the end of the year? And James Gunn just did the little, here, let me, little emoji of, Now I know you're like, oh, Chris, what a big stretch. The last time he gave this exact response was for another thing where they were like, hey, are you going to be at this Comic-Con? And he was like, and he ended up going. So like this little response has been proven to be like his way of saying, yeah, I might be there. And also James Gunn has literally gotten in the habit of saying, nah, no. So I think December, we are definitely getting a Superman teaser. And I've mentioned it before that I got like the little description of it, but let me see. Do I still have it? I doubt it. I might have, James Gunn might have gotten into my phone and removed it. But I did have someone reach out to me, or some people can give away my sources about what's going to be happening in the trailer. And we're gonna get some Fortress of Solitude shots, and I'm trying to see if I have the right message. No, I don't got it. Dang it. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. But I did talk about it on a live stream. I remember they're saying some Fortress of Solitude shots, so we're gonna see him in his Fortress of Solitude, which is the little ice place. Superman, Fortress of Solitude. This little area. So we're gonna see that in the trailer. Get like his little sanctuary and home. Obviously, I think we're going to be getting sequences of him interacting with the cast, like Lois Lane, all that. The big thing I remember being told about this teaser trailer is that they were not going to show off any of the other superheroes in it. And I was like, that is a smart move. Do not do that for the first teaser trailer. In fact, maybe don't even show too much of them. All the like other heroes with Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, I think that would be a little contradictive for the general audiences that just want to see a Superman movie. If they see that trailer have Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, I think it'll give them MCU vibes of like, oh, wait, who are these heroes? What movies is this? Is there a show I have to watch? Is there another movie? And I think it would hurt the film. I think sticking to just mainly Superman and maybe having them be background is the way to go. But I remember that's what they said. Crypto was also supposed to be part of the teaser trailer. So I think it makes sense. I'm trying to think of what movie releasing in December makes sense for this to be attached to. Now that's just a good time because a lot of people are going to the movies in December. It's just like a tradition and all that, but I don't think we have like a huge movie coming out in December. What's the biggest movie in December? Mufasa? It's a Disney movie, but I think it might do well. Craven the Hunter, but it's like, is that really going to be that big? I don't think so. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Look, guys, I get it. I love Sonic. I can't wait for it. Let's remember too, it's kind of a niche thing. It's not like huge. But if it comes out, definitely be playing in front of Sonic 3. But I don't think that's like the big banger movie that you attach it to. So, yeah, see, everybody's seen Sonic. Super Bowl for sure. Like without a doubt. Like when you think of superheroes and football, I think Superman's got to be one of them because he's the American boy. Truth, justice, and the American way, which isn't really his saying anymore, but you get the gist. Yeah, you got to have a Super Bowl spot. But I think we're still going to get a little teaser, probably like a 10, 30-second thing. I'm excited for that. I think it would be awesome. It would really work out. So, and the other thing is it might be at this Comic-Con CCXP. It's in Brazil. It's like the biggest Comic-Con that's not in the US, and that would make sense. They debut a lot of stuff there, December 5th to December 8th. So these are your dates. This is when it could possibly be happening. And honestly, it's kind of smart of James Gunn to placate a little bit to the international markets because you're gonna need that international money if you want Superman to be a success. The US is, I think, gonna show up, but if you really want your movie to be making money, you got to have a good international marketing campaign. So doing that, I think, would be good. But yeah, we'll see if that's when it happens. But we'll see. James Gunn, man, pull through for us, buddy. Pull through. Let me see what I say. Uh, I forgot how good Goofy the Superman suit looked, dude. I was not a fan of this photo. I think this was a mistake. Maybe it was on purpose to already set my expectations low. But then when these set photos came out, baby girl, ooh, I fell in love with this suit. I still don't like how baggy it is, but man, I really dig this suit. I love how vibrant it is. I love the colors. The cape is peak. Oh, dude, I cannot wait to see it in action. So I've really turned around on the suit, in my opinion. But we'll also got to see how it looks in live action because I remember the Black Panther set photos. Black Panther Civil War set photos. That suit looked baggy and weird. I mean, yeah, look how baggy it is. You can see all the underline and the pockets and the holes. And then there was like other ones. Let me see if I can find a better photo. And I remember at the time, people were complaining like, oh, the Black Panther looks a little weird. Why'd they do a suit like that? And dude, looks good in the movie. Looks great in the movie. Look how skin tight it looks in the movie, man. So that might be the Superman suit. They might do that, Looks baggy on set, but in the movie, he's going to be skin tight. And that's how I want it, baby. That's how I want it. I just want my heroes to show off their muscles, man. Okay. Let's move on to some Spider-Man talk. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you guys. We're going to take this Spider-Man news with a grain of salt, but Spider-Man talk has been all the crazy rage, and for good reason. A lot of stuff is going on in the Spider-Man universe, and I found out when I'm seeing Venom: The Last Dance. Let me pull up my invite so I could tell you guys when I'm seeing it, because that's what I think we're gonna be. If there is no Tom Holland, not that Tom Holland needs to be in the movie, but with the rumors that Spider-Man 4 is going to be with Noel and do all that kind of stuff, then Venom 3 is going to be the movie to confirm that. If there is no post-credit scene or thing with Noel, then it's like, okay, we're not getting the Noel storyline there. So I see the movie October 22nd, and I am allowed to review it on the channel October 23rd. So that's when we, I guess we'll get a hint of it, and you'll see all the hints and whatnot online. But there is a contradicting report online right now that is maybe giving some hope to the people who don't want Noel or this multiverse saga to continue. But it is unfortunately from a source I'm not that happy with. No offense to them, but My Time to Shine Hello, who used to be a very reliable source. I don't know what happened. I think, honestly, it was after Elon Musk started making it so that you earn money with a blue check mark, which, not gonna lie, your boy tried it out for a couple of months. The most I ever made with my viral tweets was $17. And I was like, this ain't worth it for people to be bullying me for a blue check. So I took it off. But ever since then, their scoop game has just been not that reliable. A lot of guessing, a lot of throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it sticks. But since they were at one point reliable, especially when it came to Spider-Man news, because remember, a lot of the No Way Home rumors were coming from My Time to Shine Hello, and they were spot on. So let's see here what they have to say about Spider-Man 4. But again, take it with a grain of salt and let's see, because this conflicts with the Null stuff. It says here, I hear Zendaya will return for Spider-Man 4. She will film from June until August, then move to film Dune 3. The movie will have a second female lead. It is unclear who she is. They are casting a new group of classmates for Peter and 2 new villains. Also, Michael Keaton is coming back as the Vulture. Okay, so just going with this news, taking it with a grain of salt, all of that to me conflicts with the Null stuff. I know there were some people reporting that Spider-Man 4 is going to be grounded, but also a multiverse story, which I'm just like, huh? How do you do grounded and multiverse? It's like one way or the other, buddy. But okay, some of those details, I'm not going to lie, I really like, because in my head, when we saw the end of No Way Home, let's just pull up a photo of the ending, right? I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready for that street level story. I cannot wait. Him in his apartment, all sad. My mind, I was like, he goes to college, he tries to move on, and he meets a new lady, Black Cat, Sydney Sweeney, and it's him going like trying to get over MJ and move forward, but it's not a real healthy relationship. It's just built out of lust, and she's also a criminal, so it's like I can't get with her. I don't know, something that kind of dynamic would have been cool for him, and it would have been. I don't want to say like a rebound, but it would have been him, trying to get over and put MJ to the side for a bit. So that's what I thought. But I mean, other than that, new lead of Gwen Stacy time. Is it Gwen Stacy time in the MCU? Is it finally time to introduce her as a college roommate? I got to be careful searching Gwen Stacy because things are not what they used to be when you looked up her name. Um, I would love it if it's Gwen. I know this is Spider Gwen, but I would love it if it's Gwen Stacy. And he is also maybe contemplating falling in love again. And then MJ shows up and he's all like, oh, what do I do? Now, the part I really love about this, and I hope is true, is the Vulture coming back. I felt like that was an obvious setup at the end of No Way Home. Because in No Way Home, they set up nobody remembers Peter Parker. Everybody only knows Spider-Man. The Avengers remember Spider-Man and that Spider-Man helped them fight Thanos and Spider-Man was there for Civil War, but they have no memory of who's behind the mask. None of that. Peter Parker is the only thing that was keeping the Vulture friendly with Spider-Man because it was like Peter is the one who saved him, helped his daughter, and at the end of the movie, when Vulture is talking to Scorpion, he refuses to give up Peter Parker and his identity because he's like, yeah, I'm a bad guy, but I'm not going to give out a teenage kid to you because that's just wrong, right? And whatnot. And so he like kind of is a little reformed. Well, if Vulture forgets who Spider-Man is and that connection he had, all he remembers is, oh, Spider-Man put me in prison. I hate that fool. Let me go get him. And he's evil again. And I think that would be cool to see that. And we could also forget the whole Vulture in the Morbius world, because Sony, we really need to forget that and pretend that just didn't happen. The whole, oh, intriguing. Yes, fascinating. That has something to do with Spider-Man. Yeah, me vanishing into another prison, into another universe, has something to do with Spider-Man. The crazy writing during the Mobius post-credit scenes, wild. So I actually kind of hope Vulture does come back and he's got an upgraded suit. He's maybe broken out of prison or something like that and just goes after Spider-Man because he's like, I don't know who you are, kid. I don't know you're a teenager. I just know you put me in prison and took me away from my family. Pow, 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 pow. The other two villain got to be Scorpion, right? And so Vulture, Scorpion. We need some other. I hope they bring back Shocker. Give him a better suit though. The Shocker MCU. Who is he played by? I remember everyone thought this was the Shocker when it was like a Spider-Man fan film. But that suit was a little bit better than what they did in Homecoming. All they did in Homecoming is give this guy the glove. So I would love him to come back too. Work with the Vulture. So now we got Scorpion, Shocker, Vulture. 3. We're almost there for a freaking Sinister Six that doesn't involve the multiverse. Do it, Sony, please. But again, it's just wishful thinking. Tombstone would be cool. I heard that. Oh, Prowler too. They got to introduce Prowler. They didn't just have Prowler in the Across the Spider-Verse for no reason, especially when whatchamacallit, it was also played by Donald Glover, who was also in Spider-Man Homecoming and was like, yeah, I got a nephew that lives here. Like, I also kind of love that suit. That would be a cool suit. Real cool. So I don't know. Like, it'd be cool to see that all happen, but it's just contradicting, man. It's just contradicting with what we've been hearing about Tom Holland's movies. And so it's kind of interesting to hear these details come about and seeing who will be right at the end of the day. Right now, unfortunately, I'm leaning with it's true that, Noel is just end up going to be the big villain of Spider-Man 4, and there's going to be the Venom and Spider-Man team up. And oh, I forgot about this. Let me exit out so you guys can hear the sound. Andrew Garfield, he's back on his werewolf stuff, man. He was doing an interview, and I think he's making it super obvious he's coming back as Spider-Man for something else. So let me see here. Andrew Garfield. Love that, man. Andrew Garfield. If I spelled Garfield right, hopefully. He was doing an interview, and they asked him about returning for what he thinks about returning for another Spider-Man movie. And dude, his answer was crazy. Let me just look up the guy who interviewed him. Josh Hartnett. It's actually a good interview. I always like watching his interview. Josh Hartnett? Am I getting it wrong? What was the name, guys? Andrew Spider-Man. Let's see if it pulls up.
I refuse to believe that in the last few years you haven't had some conversations about what might be the future for your Spider-Man. Why are you laughing at me?
Because yeah. I would, if I was in your position, I can imagine going, yeah, he's probably had conversations too, yeah.
Have you offered up your own perspective, ideas to Amy and company about what you'd like to see?
See, I also understand that question as well. I understand in your position, you're going to be wondering if, because it was such a success.
Right.
That right there.
That you'd kind of go, well, they must be talking about it. And Andrew, knowing Andrew as I know Andrew, Josh, I am Josh now. Andrew's full of ideas. So he's definitely expressed some of those. I can imagine how you would imagine that to be true.
See the way he just bounced around the question, and he was just like, oh, like, what a tactic, throwing the question back at the person when they were like, you gonna be Spider-Man? Oh, it's funny you would ask me if I would be Spider-Man. I would ask that too. So are you gonna play Spider-Man? And I would also follow up with that answer of if I would be Spider-Man again. That's a good question. Like, dude is making it in our face. He's coming back. And to me, it was this part where he's like, it was a success.
You're gonna be wondering if, because it was such a success.
Right.
See, like that right there where he says it was such a success. To me, well, we knew it was a success, made almost $2 billion during the pandemic, which, dude, imagine if it wasn't, how much money that would have made. Sony wants to, buddy. So I'm with the rumors that Spider-Man 4 is going to be a Noel story. They're dropping this street level stuff because that ain't where the money is, unfortunately. And the idea of Andrew coming back and having Venom there, getting the symbiotes, all that kind of stuff down. Oh, dude, that they're definitely gonna have all those 3 Spider Boys in black suits. And $2 billion, $3 billion, dude. You telling me that's not gonna happen? So, there was a point in time where I was like, no, don't bring in Andrew and Toby. I think it's just gonna happen, especially because we've also heard the rumors that Toby and Andrew will also be part of Secret Wars in some capacity, have some role there. I mean, Spider-Man 4 being the setup or helping to get to that moment, that would make sense. That would make sense. So, look, I'm not going to lie. It's not what I wanted. But is it going to make a lot of money? Am I going to watch it day one over and over? And you know what? I also like that it's not going to have to be filmed during the pandemic. Because I think because Spider-Man No Way Home was filmed during the pandemic and there were so many COVID protocols, and they had to, do scenes weirdly, like introduce the spider people in the house of Ned's grandma or whatever, his aunt. That was not supposed to be where things were headed, but it's like things they had to do because of protocols and safety reasons and all that kind of stuff. They don't have to worry about that this time around. They can freely make the movie, and we have Daniel Destin Cretton who did Shang-Chi, which I'm very excited to see what he does with the action scenes in there. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, guys, that's the Spider-Man 4 update. We got one conflicting report, but it's not such a reliable source. I'm still leaning with the Noel stuff, but man, I would love Vulture to come back, be a grounded story. Like even that idea of Peter having college friends and a new group of people, that just sounds exciting to me. I want to see Peter live that life and balance it out. To me, that's always a much more interesting Spider-Man story than, "Oh, I'm in space fighting a gooey black guy." Oh, come on now. Get out of here, Noel. Go fight Venom. So that's what we got going on, guys. That's what we got going on. All right. Let's now get into your guys' topics here. Let me just switch this out so I can whatchamacallit, doesn't have to rely on the sound. All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, Tom Holland did tease that there was an announcement, but it was for a golf charity event for a thing that he does. I know every time Tom Holland's like announcement, people are like Spider-Man, 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 but the guy does other things. So I knew not to like get too excited or go, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna happen? Because it's Tom Holland. He's got other stuff going on. He does a lot of charity work. He's a good man. He's a cool dude. Let's see here. Let's see. Spider-Man Golf. I guess Spider-Man Golf the movie. Oh, check the Reddit. We have not checked the Reddit in a while, so let's see what's going on the Reddit page. Do I have to log back in? Let's see here. Okay. All right, let's go, baby boys. I wasn't going to make this, but it seems like people like the first one. I thought, what the heck? So here's the second trailer for the Jerkler. I did see this on my spare time. I will say I think there's copyrighted music, so I unfortunately won't be able to play it. But if you on the Reddit want to see this trailer made for the Jerker, the dice roller, you can check it out there. Almost finished. I just need blood and fake bones. It's a good costume. It's a good costume. I wanted to make my own interpretation of the Jerkler, so here it is. What the heck? Just compilation of videos of me, 2 minutes long too. Oh my god. Dude, you know what? I do so much crazy stuff in costume. Whenever I see it, I completely forget I did it. I don't have memories of doing all this craziness stuff. My memories are broken. I don't got beef with Dead Meat, James. I'd love to be in a Dead Meat video. And the Jerkler is here. The Jerkler is here. We got frog venom, and I ain't even gonna go down anymore because I just saw a peek of that, and so we done looking at the Reddit for today. All right, let me see what some of you guys in the regular chat are talking about, and then I'll go into some of the super chatty stuff. Oh yeah, I just saw this pop up. We're getting a DC anime for Cartoon Network. I just saw that. So let me pull that up. Is it from Discussing Films? Man, every Friday it feels like they're announcing more DC stuff, and we haven't even gotten to the first DC project yet. But this came out at Cartoon Network, which, how many of you guys still watch Cartoon Network? I haven't been on that channel in a long time. An untitled DC anime-style action comedy series is in the works at Cartoon Network. So it's going to be anime style, which I like anime. There's room for some good storytelling and some great visuals. I don't know which character it'll be, though. Is it going to be like Anime Justice League? Is it going to be Anime Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Batman, Superman? Like, I'm very curious about that. I'm not against it. It's definitely the thing, though, where like James Gunn and the DC Universe, they're doing a lot of announcing. How much of this stuff that's getting announced is actually going to come to fruition? Because you know what I completely forgot about the other day was the dinosaur movie. The what's it called? Jurassic Justice League? Jurassic Justice League? I forgot the name of it. Jurassic Justice League. The Jurassic League. Remember, this got announced. This got I thought the Robin animated movie was the first animated DC Batman, DCU related studios property, but they announced the Jurassic League. And I was like, what's been going on with that movie? I haven't heard nothing about that, man. So like, it's a lot of stuff they've been announcing. I'm just like, I hope it actually comes to fruition, because like, I think someone compiled everything. James Gunn, 2 years. He's been DC head for 2 years. So here, James Gunn became DCU co-CEO only 2 years ago. In that time, the studio has already announced 5 to 10 year slate, filmed a Superman movie, filmed Peacemaker and Creature Commandos, casted over 15 key superhero roles, approved finished scripts for Supergirl and Lanterns, and then Jurassic Justice League, the DC animated Batman movie, this Cartoon Network anime. So like, a lot is going on. James Gunn is a busy man, dude. James Gunn is a busy man. So we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Let me go into some of the super chats now. All right. Let's get into it, bad boys. Marry, kiss, kill, Margot Robbie. Okay, good. I thought you were going to make real actresses. I'm like, come on, make it interesting. Okay, Margot Robbie edition, Barbie, Harley Quinn, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, so even though they're all Margot Robbie, I have to go with what their characters are and how they would be with each one of these scenarios. Like, I know you guys are going to hate me. I'm going to have to kill Harley Quinn. You think I can trust her? That girl will kill me in my sleep. Oh, would I love to be with her and do also? Of course. But I can't trust Harley Quinn. It's Harley Quinn. She's a freaking girl. And I also have to, not even just her, I have to worry about the Joker showing up at my, oh, but also if I kill her, Joker will really be after me then. Or he might send me a thank you letter. That's one to think about. But I'm so, unfortunately, Harley Quinn is going to have to, like that. That's just a smart move. I think you marry Barbie, though. Because, well, no, because I'm thinking about a regular Barbie who's like, you know, the classic interpretation of a good wifey, right? But then Barbie did become independent and her own woman at the end. But that's kind of what you want out of your woman. So you know what? I still marry Barbie, her. And I get to kiss Wolf of Wall Street, Margot Robbie. I think that's the only option. I think that's the best way to do it. All right. Oh, if I'm kissing Harley Quinn, she's then hitting me with some laughing gas at the end. I just don't trust it. Good question. I like questions like that. Who would you cast the rest of the Justice League? Oh, I said, okay, so we got David Corenswet, Superman. We have Aaron Pierre, who's Jon Stewart. I'm going Jake Gyllenhaal, Batman. Wonder Woman, I don't have anybody like I can really think about. Oh, someone brought up the actress from the Moon Knight show. Let's see. Moon Knight actress. Moonlight. Moon Knight. Okay, was it her? She's the one that got the powers at the end. I actually like that idea. I'm gonna go her as my Wonder Woman for Justice League. Let me make sure. I think she'd be cool as Wonder Woman. I thought she looked really cool there. So I'm gonna go with her as Wonder Woman. Flash. Are we still going with Barry Allen, or are we doing what's the other guy's name? Not Barry Allen. Wally West. I'm gonna go Wally West. You know what? Dude, who do you do as Wally West? It's gotta be someone fun. Grant Gustin. I mean, I like Grant Gustin, but I kind of want to keep it fresh. You know what? I like that. Glenn Powell is Barry Allen. Done. Glenn Powell is Barry Allen. Let's do that. Then we got Martian Manhunter, who, I don't know, maybe this is a wild one, but I'm going to go Idris Elba as Martian Manhunter. I think Martian Manhunter should have a really like deep, voice. And I think Idris Elba has that kind of voice and presence. So I would want Martian Manhunter to be Idris Elba. And that's it, right? Who else am I missing? Who Cyborg? Man, I'm trying to think of a Cyborg actor. Let's see. I like what Ray Fisher did. I didn't like him in the Joss Whedon version, but the Zack Snyder version really fleshed out that character really well. I don't know why I'm thinking of Daniel Kaluuya, but he's too high up to play a superhero role. I know he was in Black Panther, but I don't know if Daniel Kaluuya would want to be friggin' Cyborg. I kind of want someone teenage-esque to be Cyborg. Dude, this is gonna be a weird search. Young black actors. I'm trying to think of like who I could because I like the idea because I grew up with Cyborg as a Teen Titan member, so it's fine if he's in the Justice League. But I also would like John Boyega. You know what? John Boyega is Cyborg, even though he probably wouldn't do it because he hates anything IP related after Star Wars. John Boyega, but I could definitely see him as Cyborg. I could see him saying "Booyah." I think that's it, right? Who else am I missing? So I have. Let me see. This is the main Justice League. Justice League. Yeah. Oh, Aquaman. I gotta get an Aquaman. I kind of want to go the traditional route. I liked you, Jason Momoa, but I never liked your version of Aquaman. If I gotta be, I want the white blonde haired Aquaman. Who would be good? You know what I always thought would actually be a good Aquaman, and I'm not even kidding. And I thought it more when I was watching that. Patrick Wilson. Patrick Wilson would have been a great Aquaman. Dude, look at that body, dude. Patrick Wilson would have been a great Aquaman as like the classic interpretation with blonde, slick back hair and whatnot. Pardon me, but just to be different, I'm not gonna choose him. But I was like, dude, he could have been Aquaman. He could have been it. Glenn Powell could have been it too, but we already did it. Reacher, you know what? I know y'all want him as Batman. You're right. Jack Reacher would actually be a great Aquaman. Because Aquaman is a character you think of being almost godly. And I mean, dude, look at that, dude. That guy's definitely godly looking like that. Yeah, I kind of would. But he would also be the Aquaman that lost his arm. Or no arm. You know which one I'm talking about? This one. That would be the Aquaman he is. That kind of Aquaman. That's the one I would want him to be. Okay. All right, so there we go. I had my picks. I had my fun. Good question. Good question. That cliffhanger in Terrifier 3. Oh, dude, it's a wild one. Spoiler review is up, so you can hear my thoughts and theories on where they go for Terrifier 4. And I am Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Time. Terrifier 3 spoiler review, so you can let me know your theories and favorite moments, all of that. I'd love to hear it down below. Oh, but not below, but on Sunday. So, yeah, but that cliffhanger, man, it was something. It was something. Okay. Your boy 3C on the Peacock with Winnie the Pooh 2. Yeah, I got a small little voice cameo there with my logo, my little pumpkin. It's nice. It's really nice of the team to do that for me. That was so sweet of them. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. The Cleveland show lasted longer than Velma. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the Cleveland show. Back when I was working Sprint, yes, I worked at Sprint for a little bit, way before YouTube, and I worked at Sprint at a dead mall, so I would literally have like one customer a day if I was lucky. I'd log on to Netflix, and I would watch the Cleveland show. I'd watch other shows too, but there was a period where it was Cleveland show time. And I just sit there and I watch my name is Cleveland Brown and I don't I didn't hate the Cleveland show. There you go. Compa Chris, as a folio adulio grown on you. Oh, for DiGiorno pizza. I mean, there's some interesting, like on paper, I think it is interesting to tear down the Arthur character and, put the movie back in the faces of people who like love Joker for the wrong reasons. But it's like, the guy is a fictional character and we just want to see a maniacal mafia clown do maniacal things, like taking it that seriously. And then the people who are like, if you hated it, you just didn't get it. You're part of the problem. You only like Joker, not Arthur. Of course I like Joker. When would I ever want to care about Arthur? Why is that a thing where it's like, you don't care about Arthur? Get out of here. So it may be a masterpiece in 10 years, but right now I'm still kind of on the hate train a little bit. All right. Hi, Chris. Big fan. I just started my YouTube channel and made 8 custom horror-themed Nikes in a minute short. Can you tell me which is your favorite? The Kick Fix? I don't. You said on YouTube, buddy? I'll do it real quick. Just to be nice. I saw the Puma also came out with some how do I say it? Some monster themed shoes. What is it? The Kick Fix? The Kick Fix. What the heck? Where are the monster ones? With the shorts? Is it these, buddy? Freddy Krueger? Oh, I mean, those are cool, but like those were a real pair of shoes. You're gonna have to point me in the right direction next time. I had to buy those in Mexico. But yeah. Okay. Have you been to Wichita Falls? I have not been to Wichita Falls. Should I be at Wichita Falls? What's going down in Wichita Falls? These are questions we need answered. You try the Krabby Patty meal? No. Part of me was like, it's just the packaging that's interesting. You guys might have seen it, that they finally came out with the Krabby Patty, mainly at Wendy's, right? But I'm like, it's just a Wendy's burger with like a little special sauce. It's like, no, I don't know. Like, part of me was gonna dress up as a SpongeBob character and go get it, but I'm like, it's just a regular burger. They didn't even get the sesame seed bun right on it. But I did see, and it was here in Texas, somebody did make the jelly version. I don't know if you guys remember the episode where SpongeBob puts jelly in the Krabby Patty and everybody goes crazy. As a kid, my mouth was watering in those episodes. Yeah, I was big back even then, all right? Sue me. But watching SpongeBob put jelly on a hamburger, I always wanted it, baby. I wanted it so bad. And I saw there was somebody that actually made it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, yes, the jelly burger. Here, I know there is a restaurant. It's like a mom and pop one, but they actually made the jelly one. And oh, I don't know about the jalapenos though, but I saw that and I was like, where did the place at? Where can I go get that burger? Dude, I know I'm the only one enticed with it and other people are grossed out, but that's what we need. That's what we need right there. And give it to me with a side of a kelp shake, please. So, yeah. There you go. All right. Just finished your Terrifier spoiler video. Loved it. Any news about the Minecraft and Jack Black? Someone in TikTok is stealing. Oh, yeah. I see. There's an account on TikTok that is just using my voice for my videos and putting them in. I really don't appreciate that. And I need to be reporting them more. And thank you for the love on the spoiler video. It was a long time to edit. That's why this live stream is late. But anyways, Minecraft and Jack Black. No, we only just got that featurette where it was young Jack Black Minecraft, which I thought was the funniest thing. I was like, that's young Jack Black. So this is what Jack Black looks like, right? It's I am Steve, right? And then there was the featurette they came out with. I gotta find it. Come on now. Minecraft right here. So take a good look. This is present day Steve, gray hair, frizzy, all that kind of stuff. And then young Steve. They just dyed Jack Black's beard. He got the same sweater and everything. It's pretty insane. But this movie, man, I hope it's good. I really don't want it to be bad. I hope people enjoy it. I know it's got like an uphill battle, but I laughed so hard because I did not realize the difference. I was like, it looks exactly the same. Then I had to go back to the I'm Steve, and his hair is gray. So dude's been in Minecraft for a long time, baby. Long time. All right. Cap lifting a hammer or Superman's not impressed? Cap lifting a hammer or Superman's not impressed? I'm trying to understand the question and what you're asking for. Cap lifting a hammer or Superman's not impressed? I agree. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Hey, Chris, name is Justin. I always wondered if you design a popcorn bucket, what would it be in general or for a specific film? I'm trying to think what would be the movie I'd most want a popcorn bucket. I'm trying to think of like my most anticipated movies coming up. Fantastic Four, definitely make it like the car. The car would be a cool popcorn bucket. The Fantastic Four car. But man, the popcorn buckets have been crazy. We're still waiting to see uh whatchamacallit. I'm still gotta get on the 18th. I gotta get my Venom one, but the car would be cool. Car would be cool, or the Thing opening up his big old head would be kind of cool. Or Mr. Fantastic's stretched into one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what others on the spot here. I guess I would really love a Freddy Krueger popcorn bucket, man. But I don't know if we're never getting a Freddy Krueger movie, man. I feel like I'm gonna die before I get a new one. Art's butt. Oh, Back to the Future popcorn bucket. I'd take that, baby. I'd take that all day. What are important things you would like to see in Superman, and how much do you think it will make for the opening weekend box office? Oh, some good questions. I know it's like cliche and whatnot, but I just need to see Superman doing the mundane rescue things. I know he's all powerful and can do all these crazy things, but I do want him saving average people who are about like an old lady who's about to get hit by a car, saving a cat from a tree, just I don't know, being loved by the people and showing that he like even though he's got all this strength, he just does these typical mundane things. And not even just in the US, worldwide. I love that in the CW Superman and Lois TV show where like it's like feel like the first two seasons every opening was like Clark just there and he's like something in China, and he goes to China and helps them, and he goes to Africa and he goes here and he goes like I love the world saving stuff. So definitely that, and the truth and justice stuff I think was really important. And the freeze breath, I love me freeze breath over heat vision any day. So more freeze breath. The weekend box office, I would love it to be like 120. I'm thinking it's going to be like 70. I'm like 70 would be the minimum. Anything less than 70, I'm going, James Gunn, pack it up, buddy. Pack it up. But I'm hoping for 120. I'm thinking 70 at the minimum. Okay. Chris, you here? Worried we weren't getting you today. Yeah, sorry. Like I said, playing that Dragon Ball game, I got too carried away. I felt like a kid who was procrastinating on his big homework project. I just got too addicted. I wanted to be better at ranked, and I only got slightly better each day. Hey, Chris, big fan of the channel. Have you seen Agatha all along recent episodes? If not, what are your thoughts and theories? Stay blessed. So, I've said this before. I was not looking forward to Agatha. That was one of the shows where they announced it, and I was like, not every character needs a show, and Marvel just hasn't been doing that great with the Disney Plus stuff. Agatha ain't half bad. It's not amazing. It's not the best Disney Plus show. It's not better than The Penguin before you think that. But you know what? Spooky season, Halloween, every episode has like a little witch trial, and Aubrey Plaza. I love me some Aubrey Plaza. I kind of don't mind it. I don't hate it. I think it's all right. I think it's watchable, but I think mainly because it's Halloween right now. Like Halloween season, if you release this in March, I don't know if I'd be that down. I think I would have just waited, but like whenever the next episode drops and we're still in October, I'm gonna be like, all right, something a little spooky to watch. Let's see what's going down. So I don't hate it. I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna be pure garbage and unwatchable, but it is quite watchable. All right. Yo, Chris, happy Spook Your Mama season. Last stream you mentioned Darkness Falls, one of my favorites. Have you seen the movie Satan's Little Helper? I have seen that. That was back when my dad and I were still renting movies at Blockbuster. That was one of the movies we picked, and I think it was like around Halloween, and I like that movie. I know it's not like I bet if I go, you know what? I've seen like little clips and I'm like, dude, it was always that low budget. It feels like such a movie that was made on $5, but it was an interesting premise of this kid who's obsessed with like this PSP game called Satan's Little Helper, where you play as like Satan's helper and you're like beating people up and getting points. And then this guy who takes the video game very seriously in the mask is like, finds the kid and he's like, all right, you can be my helper. And They do stuff and the kid just thinks it's a game and not serious. And then it's like things get serious and it has like an ambiguous ending that teases more, but they never did more. And there's a scene where a guy goes down on a girl wearing a mask. And little me was watching that in the family room going, something just snapped. Something inside of me. I didn't care anymore. It was craziness. The movie was craziness. I liked it. I have not watched it since I was a kid. I don't know how it holds up, but I did remember liking it. Yeah. All right. Loom Sparking Zero. Fuller for Sparking Zero sweep. Okay. We're keeping that up. All right. Cool. A lot of the time, movies like Transformers and TMNT can recoup from toy sales as well. As long as the toy sales go up due to the movie, it's a win. Are there a lot of Transformer 1 toys right now? That's what I'm curious about. And are they selling good? That's what I'm curious about. Because I know the main reason Mutant Mayhem decided to pop off with the sequel is because the toys sold very well. I'm curious if Transformers did that too. Honestly, loved Frozen Empire. Felt like a great back to New York again. Was worried we weren't getting more, but we are. Love Ghostbusters, man. I'll always love it. I just always have a fondness for it, and I really enjoyed it. But man, we just haven't hit that Ghostbusters high in a while. Chris, who would you like to see Ash, Evil Dead, go up against in a versus movie, and why? Besides Freddy and Jason, since they have a comic series. Ash, since he fights demons, you know what? Him versus Art the Clown. Because he does fight demons. And I mean, in the new lore, they're making it more like, not that Art is a demon, but he works with demons. So that would be interesting. And I mean, Ash gets pretty bloody and grotesque. It'd be crazy to see Ash fight against Art. And also it fits well because in Evil Dead 2, it gets more comedic and Art is very comedic. So there could be something fun there. Chris, keep it up. Love the channel. Oh, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. What do you think of Paranorman? Is that the stop motion movie? I liked it. I don't think it was my favorite from that studio, but I liked it. Paranorman. I thought it was all right. I thought it was enjoyable. I haven't watched it in a long time. I think I only saw it when it came out and that was it, but I remember liking it. I thought it was good. Wonder when the new Texas Chainsaw is coming out. Man, same. I mean, last we heard is the story is about the Sawyer family. They're living on their plot of land. And then just like a couple feet off their land, they build a new community. And it's like filled with a bunch of rich people. The rich people start messing with the Sawyer family. And then the family go out. And then that family goes after them. That's what it's like. Basically, Texas Chainsaw family going into a gated community and going crazy. I don't mind that. Will it be awesome? Who knows? But, the Netflix movie wasn't awesome. But those kills in that Leatherface were pretty cool. That's the only redeeming part of that movie is kills were crazy. And I really liked how brutal that Leatherface was. So you could give me 10 bad Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. I'm just always interested in the next one for some reason. Not going to top the remake, though. Where do you think they'll go with Terrifier 4? Oh, okay. I won't go into too much spoilers. I don't think... To me, it seems like hell. That's all I'll say with no context, but they're going to hell. And I'm curious what's going to happen with that. That's all I'll say. We'll talk about it more during the spoiler review on Wednesday. I just thought the movie just came out. I don't want to spoil too much. Toho said they want to make a new Godzilla friend. What? What about -1? Are they not going to continue with -1? Toho, Godzilla, new. Are they gonna... don't do this to me. You can't. I need to see the sequel to -1. Toho reveals rules for new Godzilla movie. I don't see any articles about a new Toho Godzilla movie. I hope it's still in the -1 universe because I really like that movie and I'd hate for it to be like Shin Godzilla where they did do something cool, but they didn't make a sequel. They just rebooted. I don't want another reboot. I want to keep watching -1. Terrifier won't last much longer. Can they even top themselves after 3? What's going to be shocking about 4? Is Art going to kill infants? Okay, that's so funny you mentioned that. I don't want infants. You know what? I think those are like the line that really shouldn't be crossed. Infants, I think, is definitely too much. And I thought about that when driving home after watching Terrifier 3 last night, where I was like, dude, they actually, they did some stuff with the kids. I wasn't expecting that. And then my brother, who I took with me, he was like, does he do dogs? And I was like, no. And if he did, I think people would be more mad than the kids. And honestly, I feel like I would be more mad because seeing Art do that to a puppy or a dog, that's where I'd be like, all right, 1 out of 10. Sorry, I can't support you no more, Art. You can take the little snot nose brats out, but not a doggy. So I hope not. And I agree. That's why I want more of a focus on the story, flesh out the lore a little bit more, and not just rely on the shock value. You can still do a shocking thing here and there, but you know, Damien Leone, the director, has talked about he's open to one day selling Art to a studio, which is so funny when they call Art the Clown a studio plant, when studios have literally been trying to buy Art, and the guy, Damien Leone, the director's like, no, because if I sell it to you, you're going to censor the crap out of Art the Clown. I'm not going to be able to do half the stuff I did in Terrifier 3. But after 4, I think he's going to take that sweet check and was like, I got to make the 4 movies I wanted. Now Art got that studio money. It'll probably be rated R, because right now the movies are not rated R. They're unrated. And if they did get rated, they would be NC-17. They're going to be so censored. So I don't know. We'll talk about that more on Sunday, though. But interesting stuff. Chucky 4, Blumhouse. Hey, don't... why not? But did they announce anything like that? I don't think. I hope. I'm just checking. And also, why 4? We're like on the 9th movie or something, buddy. Okay, nothing's been announced or all that. But if you're just talking about an idea, sure. But I don't think that would work. I think you need a little bit of a budget with a Chucky movie, because those animatronics, baby, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. Maybe they could do what they did with Megan, but I don't want Chucky to move like Megan did, because a lot of the stuff with Megan was literally a girl in a costume, was a little child and not a real robot. I want more animatronic work when it comes to Chucky, like what Kevin Yeager did in the first 4 Chucky movies. These people complaining about the color of Aaron's skin have never read a Jon Stewart comic, even when he had the same tone as Aaron in his first run. And I understand what you mean by that. And unfortunately, it was just because the comic book artist didn't want that. He was supposed to be darker in his first run, but he tried to fight and they didn't let it happen. Like, looking into the details, I understand why people are upset. But going as far as attacking the actor and saying he's miscast and he's not worthy of the role, I think that's a step too far. Let's give him a chance. And to me, also, right now, I care just more about Green Lanterns just being brought back into the spotlight. Because I'm like, dude, come on. I'm tired of Green Lanterns being a joke. So I don't want to downplay anybody's criticisms of it, but it's just the people who take it as far as to attack the actor. I'm like, you don't need to do that. I do feel bad for the people who really wanted a dark-skinned Jon Stewart, though. Watching Hellraiser first time, pretty effed up. Yeah, dude, I didn't watch the Hellraiser movies until they made the reboot on Hulu, which was 2019. What was it? 2021, I think is when it came out. And I was never a Hellraiser fan. I remember trying to watch the Hellraiser movies as a kid, and I was always like, I don't get it. It's so weird and confusing. And why does anybody want this box? All it does is evil things to you. Watching them again, as an adult, I will love the first 4 Hellraiser movies. After 4, I don't like any of them until we get to the new Hellraiser on Hulu, which they still talk about maybe doing a sequel, which I hope so. But yeah, Hellraiser's effed up. I like the second one the most. Second one is my favorite. But I also like the third one where they have powers to their personality. You'll see what I mean. I kind of wish they did more of that. The official YouTuber Glitch production made its animation production around 11.7 million subs all over the globe. Cool. That's awesome. I'm happy for them, man. I need to step on my game and stop being a lazy boy. Too much laziness and procrastinating, man. I got to lock in. You guys deserve good content, and I need to lock in. Broke out of federal prison to watch this. Hey. Proud of you, homie. Stay safe. Send me your Zelle. I'll help you stay on the lam. Meh. That's not even a lamb. Marvel will have the same problem when they cast Storm for X-Men, probably, honestly. Yeah, because that's another character I think that's supposed to be dark skin. But I mean, also like Halle Berry Storm did a lot for that character, and although she was never given enough story, like what that was one thing. Whenever I watched the old X-Men movies, I'm like, yo, Storm doesn't do anything. She's just kind of in the background. It is definitely going to be very important who they cast as Storm acting wise. It definitely has to be a person of color, but I just mean like I would really want Storm to do more because in those older movies, they just had her in the background. Did Zachary Levi ever have a chance of becoming a Chris Evans or The Rock? Yeah, I think you're addressing that article that came out where Zachary Levi said, I thought being in Shazam, or he didn't say that, but somebody who knows him was like, Zachary Levi thought he was going to be the next Chris Evans or Rock after Shazam. And I was like, fortunately, that was never going to happen. I knew Shazam would be a popular movie, but it just didn't get the blow up that I hoped for, you know, to make it more mainstream. And Zach's now just making some weird personal life choices, man. You know, that Purple Crayon movie didn't help out either. Brandon Scaliner as Batman. He's 6'2", and he's only 34. He's really good in Yellowstone. Let me look him up. Brandon. First thing I'm going to judge about this guy is his chin. To me, I need a good chin. I like the face. I like the face. What's he look like? Why does he look familiar? Where have I seen? Oh, he was in that movie. I have to watch with my lady. It Ends With Us. I liked his character. He was pretty cool. Nice guy. I was like, why does he look so familiar? Sure. Why not? Yeah. If his acting was fine and it Ends With Us. Sam Witwer would be a perfect Batman. Okay, let's look up this guy. Sam I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not even being a dick. The guy has more of a face for Joker. I don't. That to me, like, put him in some white makeup, red, and all that stuff, green hair. I'm getting Joker vibes from him more than Batman. Yeah, I get what you mean about having kind of like the Bruce Wayne look, but he feels more American Psycho. Like his eyes are giving, I'm gonna strangle you, so give me my latte. You know, Harvey Dent. Oh, perfect. Harvey Dent. Someone just said it. That Page Major. Yep, Harvey Dent would be better. But you know, I get it. I get it. Hey Chris, love your videos and always look forward to them. Also, I think Batman should be you. Oh, now there's a real idea. How's the okay? How's the diet going? I hope you're being consistent. So a couple weeks ago I was 220. That was my max weight when I was at the doctor. It's been 4 weeks. I'm 212. So making small progress, but I got to be honest with you. Your boy is unfortunately not. I'm not that. There we go. Disciplined. I was trying to find the word. I'm not that disciplined. I need to be way more disciplined with myself. I need to practice things to be disciplined because that would fix so many issues in my life with being more consistent on YouTube and TikTok and going to the gym, eating right, waking up right. Discipline is the thing I need in my life. And I'm just not that disciplined, man. I'm just not that disciplined. I need to be better though. Thank you for asking though. Things that killed Joker for me was oh yeah, that I don't why. That's so I don't know. It just felt unnecessary. I didn't like that scene either. It was just like I don't like that scene for really any movies. As a kid, it's going to sound weird. As a kid, I didn't mind those scenes. Like I used to watch the it shows you how messed up I was. The I Spit on Your Grave movies. I used to watch those when I was younger. I say younger, bro. Okay, like 13, 14, whatever. And those movies are all about that. Is, you know, unfortunately, look, there's 3 of them, man. I think I only saw the first 2. But the whole series is about, you know, unfortunately, a woman that gets raped and then she gets revenge. I always hated the grape, but I loved seeing her get revenge. It was so satisfying. Why am I bringing this up? I have no idea. Okay, let's move on. Don't spoil. That's the whole premise of the movies. Oh, sorry about Joker. I don't know if you. I don't. That's not even like a real crucial part of the movie. It just happens, and I don't think it really serves much of a narrative purpose. I don't know. Okay, I am patiently waiting for the X-Men in the MCU. Oh, you and me both, buddy. You and me both. I still wonder, are they going to call it the mutants? Are they going to what I'm most curious is how old Scott Summers is going to be. How old are they going to start the main X-Men? I kind of like the idea of them starting out as like teenagers, like 17, 18, and then growing with the series and becoming the leader and all that. But some people be like Glenn Powell, Scott Summers, and I'm like, Glenn's already in his 30s, is he not? I kind of want to see them grow. I don't want them to just automatically live so many years with the mutant power. I kind of like the idea of seeing them learn it, adjust with it, grow with it. But that's just me. Well, like that's what I'm most curious about is how old they make Storm, Scott, Jean, all of them. Because I kind of did like how the Fox movies had them teenage in the later movies. I kind of like that aspect. Wasn't The Strangers Chapter 2 and 3 supposed to come out this year? Chapter 2 for sure was supposed to come out this year. They didn't confirm Chapter 3, but dude, I think honestly they're working out some sort of streaming deal. I think they're talking to Netflix, they're talking to Amazon, they're talking to Hulu, maybe even Shudder at this point, because I don't think they can afford to put them in theaters again. Knowing like what did the Stranger movie make? The Strangers box office box. All right, let's go in. Chapter 1, 35. Oh, okay, that's not bad. 47. And I think the whole series had like a budget of I don't know, 30? I think 30 for all 3 movies. So, they kind of made their money back a little bit, but I don't think that number's going up with part 2 and 3. Like that's the cap. That's the limit. That's how high they're going to make. And part 2 will be like 27 and then part 3 will be like 17. And they're thinking, is it worth spending the money to go to theaters and try and do that? I've also heard rumors that they're reshooting stuff and trying to fix a lot of the things, which is why like although it was very ballsy of them, and if they had something good on them, but that's also why you don't film 3 movies back to back, because you're gonna have criticisms and complaints from the fans, and you're gonna want to fix those. And now what you did film isn't all that useful because they don't like the direction you're headed in. So honestly, I don't know. But if I had to put my money on it right now, they're talking to Netflix. They're talking to some streaming service, and in maybe by the end of October, we'll hear the other 2 Stranger movies are getting released on a streaming service, or maybe straight to VOD. I don't think they're gonna get the theatrical release anymore. Sucks, man. I really was looking forward to those movies. Chris, I'm surprised you didn't review The Substance. I think it's underrated and unique horror film. I know. I'm doing this is the list I got so far, which, if you guys see it, let me know if you want a better, not a better, but more movies. But because I'm making the video where I'm reviewing a bunch of horror movies I missed in 2024, but I keep adding movies. Like tonight, I want to see the new Hulu Mr. Crockett movie, and I want to add that to the list. So it's like every time I'm going to make this video, I add Salem's Lot, then I add this movie, then I add that movie, and it's like, am I ever gonna make this video? This is the ones I'm gonna review in that video that I've seen: Strange Darling, Cuckoo, Solid TV Glow, Oddity, Low Lifes, The Substance, Blink Twice, Apartment 7A, Stream, Salem's Lot, VHS Beyond, Amber Alert, and It's What's Inside, the Netflix movie. And tonight I'm watching that Netflix, not that, it's a Hulu movie called Mr. Crockett, which is like Mr. Rogers and Five Nights at Freddy's. It looked interesting to me. Doesn't have great reviews, but I still want to watch it. This one, Mr. Crockett, where it's like a guy who had like a Mr. Rogers type show, but now he comes out of the TV to try and kill a family. So I don't, no, these are the ones I've already seen, and it's so funny that some of you are like, Skip, I saw the TV Glow. You were going to be surprised on my thoughts on some of these movies. Some of these movies I loved, some of these movies I hated, but that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But The Substance is in there. Saw it in the theater. Really liked it. In fact, I'm waiting to post this. I saw when I went to go see Terrifier 3, there was a marquee or whatever, standee for The Substance. This is your boy looking spiffy. Let me pull it up on the big screen. This is your boy looking spiffy in front of the substance thing for there. I thought of something funny to do. My girlfriend didn't get a great angle, but I took a picture in the mirror, and I'm gonna use that filter. Oh, jeez, can you even tell? Come on, there we go. I took a picture in the mirror. I'm gonna use one of those those photo apps to make me look like a Chad. It'd be like, guys, I took the substance. Good movie. For sure, Strange Dawn is gonna get a lot of high praise for me. I was really shocked how much I ended up liking that movie. Well, not shocked, but I was like, wow, that was really good. All right. Howdy, Chris. Been a fan for about a year now. Do you ever watch The Chaos Show on Netflix? I have not heard of this show. What is The Chaos? The Chaos. Oh, The Akos? No, The Chaos. Oh, with Jeff Goldblum? No, but I heard it just recently got canceled, right? So I'm unfortunately not going to invest my time in something that just got canceled, unfortunately. But what was it about? Let's see here. Was the plot darkly comedic and contemporary Oh, Greek mythology. I might check it out then. There was a period in high school where I got really into Greek mythology. Whenever we started learning about that in school, I was like really into it. And it was also the time those Sam Worthington movies came out, the Clash of the Titans, Attack of the Titans, something like that. It was like a perfect mixture. And I love Hercules, so I was like all into Greek mythology. Interesting. But no, I haven't seen it. Do you think Marvel fans dislike do you think Marvel fans dislike MCU fans? You mean like the comic book ones? Maybe. Like or just like probably. Yeah, because they think of us as just like the simple-minded ones that just only like to watch the movies. Well, I'll read a comic here and there. Don't got all the time for it, but I like to. But yeah, I think we do, and we complain a lot. We don't appreciate a lot, and we don't mind about comic book accuracy sometimes. And then when we do, we use it as an argument, even though we haven't read that comic. Like when Robert Downey Jr. got cast as Doom, and everybody was like, "But look at this cover where Iron Man is Doom." Happened in the comic. Didn't read it though, but it happened, you know? Honestly, I'm gonna say it. A Thunderbolts Christmas special on Disney Plus would be fun. What do you think of the idea? Red Guardian of Santa? That would be fun. I don't know. They didn't, Agatha, I guess, is their Halloween content for this year is Disney Plus. Christmas special, what would be a good one? Thunderbolts would be cool, but we got to see the movie first. I think it'd be weird to come out with the Christmas special before the movie. Hey, Chris, did you get a chance? Did you by chance get my Spooky Mama scoop email? Oh, I gotta check. Maybe I did. I'll double check. I was going through some of my emails. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes, I'll hit you back on it. I'll hit you back on it, my friend. I think I know what you're talking about. I work at the Alamo Theater, so I'm getting to see Terrifier 3 over and over. And as I give people their food this week, don't know how they're gonna eat though. Yeah, I'm so curious. People who work at like the food movie theaters, how much? Because the Substance, I watched that at an Alamo, and the Alamo is a dine-in theater. And yeah, like I was just fine eating my pizza and popcorn at Terrifier 3, but during the Substance, I did get really grossed out to where, and it's mainly because the Substance, which I'm just getting spoiling my review for the Substance, but the thing the Substance did well is the sound design. There's like a scene where a character is eating shrimp, and it's all like on full blast, and it's like anti-ASMR. It's like so disgusting to the ear. Made me not want to eat my popcorn and food. Would you ever make a P.O. box? I think about it, but I don't want you guys sending me expensive stuff. I don't want you doing that. And also, I'm afraid someone's going to send me like a fart jar or, some poison or things like that. I don't know. I get too paranoid about that stuff. Maybe one day. I'm just so happy we're getting more Scream. Yeah, you know what? Same. Scream is still one of my favorite horror franchises, and it sucks that there's so much toxicity right now with 7, but I don't blame it. I mean, I'm pretty pissed at some of the stuff they did, and I really wanted to see where Melissa and Jenna's character went, but also Nev Campbell and Sidney Prescott is why I love that franchise, so I do want to see what they do, and Kevin Williamson directing it makes me interested since it's his baby. He created Scream, but, just so much. Hey, Chris, don't know if you remember, it's the Key Wizzy. I actually worked on the set of the Joker during the car crash scene. Felt disappointed to see the sequel of my movie do so bad. Doing better, by the way. Oh, that's good, Key Wizzy. Keep it up, my Wizzy boy. Random question. Are you going to be reviewing piece by piece film? It's if not, have you watched it and did you like it? I watched it today. It was good. I have not seen it yet. In fact, I didn't even know it got released. I feel like they fumbled the release of that Pharrell Williams Lego movie. I thought it would have a bigger kind of marketing but it didn't. And I had to find out through other YouTubers posting their reviews and talking about it. And I was like, oh, what? This thing came out? So haven't seen it yet. It'll be on my radar. Chris, I'm turning 30 Sunday. Oh, nice, man. Also, Einstein Kills is one of my favorite bands. I love the Terrifier song. The video is insane. Check it out. No, yeah, I saw the video. They play it at the end of the movie. Definitely an interesting watch, and it's cool to see Art do all this stuff. And man, congrats on being 30. That's me. Next February, leaving my 20s, entering my 30s. My back. I'm starting to feel that. Sometimes I'll be waking up and my back is like a little. I'm like, oh, what the hell? That's new. When do we see Flash joining the DCU? Who do you cast? I don't know if they'd give another solo Flash movie. It's definitely not going to be Ezra Miller. We just talked about Glenn Powell. Like I wouldn't have minded him as the Flash. I think that'd actually be kind of interesting now that I think about it. I do like the idea of maybe someone a little young. I do want the Flash to be a jokey character. Trying to think of like who else I would want. Or it's probably going to be the Wally West version if I'm being honest, because the Barry Allen one is just kind of tainted right now. So yeah. There you go. 3C Live for the win. Breakup woos. Infinitely cured. Oh, I'm so sorry, K Weezy. I hope you're doing better, buddy. Hope you're doing better. Reddit. I did check it out. I did saw it, but then I saw someone posted some weird Diddy stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I am out of here. Let's see here. What is the account that uses 3C's voice on TikTok? Wild someone would do that. Oh, I don't even know the name, but I'm not a fan of them. Cool Freddy Krueger. I kind of do want someone younger. That would be good. A nice outfit. And all that stuff. Okay, cool. I looked at the Reddit. 3C, did you hear? Happy Gilmore 2 with MJF from AEW? I did see that Happy Gilmore 2 is happening. Interesting that it's going to be a Netflix movie. I hope it's not going to be one of those disappointments like Joe Dirt 2 was. I really love the first Joe Dirt. Life's a Garden, dig it. I hope it's good. But this is the first set photo from. Oh, what the heck? That's interesting. Who is this? I'm not a wrestling guy, so I don't know who MJF is. Let me look up MJF. Oh, I wish I could say I knew who that was. But I'm sure wrestling fans are happy. Drax and Red Guardian versus The Thing. 2v1. Who wins? Okay. Drax and Red Guardian. You know, I don't even know how Red Guardian would do. I know he's got super soldier serum, but I think he's kind of a joke sometimes. To me, like even Drax versus the Thing is kind of an interesting and tough one because Drax has a lot of resilience, but he is kind of joking. I'm gonna go with the Thing. You heard of what happens with Andrew and his co-star in his new movie? Not hearing. Oh, also any 3C lore on your old videos. One you wish you can remake. I did see that what he's talking about in the new movie with Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, We Live in Time, which looks like it's a heartbreaking movie about a guy who meets a girl, marries her, and then she gets cancer. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna survive that movie. It's gonna be sad. But there apparently is a making love scene, and they didn't hear the director yell cut, so they just kept going. I want to be an actor so bad. They heard cut. They definitely heard cut, right? Come on now. You ain't fooling nobody. But who knows? Anyways, any video for my pass I wish I could remake. Probably it's already like how do I say? It's already removed from the channel, I think. Um. Oh no, I put it back. I think it was this one. I thought I was being so creative. I thought I was like, I can't believe I thought I hid this movie, but this is like, okay, this was my cheap $500 a month apart. I'm not even kidding. Rent was $500 a month. Look how nasty the floor and carpet is and all that. But I remember thinking I was so artistic making this video. I'm coming home. Long day at college. Let me drop my bag. Oh, I got my stack of Blu-rays. Let me just run my fingers through the keyboard like a normal person. That's my bathroom, by the way. I thought this was like my intro video for the channel. This is what I was doing. And I thought I was so creative. I got my comic books there that I have read all those. I am a comic book reader. Don't think I'm not. I still got that statue. It was like the first expensive thing I ever bought. I really like that statue. I do like my ending shot though. Look how skinny I was, man. I was so starved. I was a starved college student. Turn on the TV, make some popcorn, my Civil War. Watching Back to the Future. Look at this shot. It's almost like a split diopter shot right there. Look at this is here where I thought I was Steven Spielberg. Time to make a video. Breathe in. I thought I was so cool. Yeah, that was my video, man. That was it. Remake the old cringy intros. Maybe I should. What was bro cooking? I thought I was cooking, man. Come on. Wonder if Craven will be the final Sony villain movie. It depends. If it makes money, which I feel like Craven might make money, they'll probably continue on, but they need to stop. They need to just focus on characters like Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen. Do live action movies of those characters. Why Morbius and Madam Web? I don't know what Sony was cooking there. Have you seen Batman Broken Promise fan film? What are your thoughts on it? Super underrated. Love you, man. No, I don't think I've seen that. I don't sometimes watch a lot of fan films. But just in case, let me just pull it up. So I know I have seen some back in the day. Oh, this animated one? No, I've never seen it. I've got to check it out though. Sorry. Ricky G just send some love. Thank you so much, Ricky G. My life will peak when we get a live action Artis Otis, Bleeze, Dexstar, Larfleeze. You get the idea. Brother, you just spoke another language to me. And I feel offended. The specialness of Toby and Andrew coming back would be a little bit ruined for me if they came back in Spider-Man 4 and Secret Wars. Love you, Chris. Well, to me, I always knew they would be coming back, but I want more of them. I want something interesting. Like, I would actually like to spend time in their worlds, get an update into what they're up to, what they've been doing. It doesn't ruin the specialness for me because I do want it, but it feels a little too soon. The Cap 4 test reactions aren't looking too good. Yeah, I haven't looked into them. I haven't read any of them because I kind of want to go in a little open-minded to Captain America: Brave New World. But I will just say, let's give it a chance. Let's give it a chance. Not every negative test reaction means it is that. Sometimes it's just people that didn't like it. But we'll see. We'll see. What are your most anticipated movies for the rest of the year? Mine are Gladiator 2, Venom, Heretic, and Sonic 3. Definitely Heretic, because I've heard amazing things and that it's really good. So that's definitely one of them. Sonic 3, I think, is like number one right now for the rest of the year. Like, that's got to be the movie I'm most hyped for. Don't care too much about Mufasa. Gladiator 2, I'm interested. I wouldn't say I'm like that hyped for. Honestly, it really is like Heretic and Sonic 3. What other like 2024 movies? Wikipedia. I'm trying to think. Let's back it up. Let's see. October. Oh, just passed it. Okay. So I know Smile 2 is coming. I'm interested. Don't want to say that excited. I know I've done this like a dozen times and I always forget. Time Cut, no. Heretic, yes. The red one, no. Not Wicked. I'm excited if you're excited for that, but I don't care about Wicked, unfortunately. Werewolves, Carry On. Nickel Boys. We're the Dime Boys. Nosferatu. Okay, Nosferatu would be number 3. I think that might be it then. That might be it. Sonic 3, number 1. Nosferatu and the Heretic. I'm curious about Venom, but it's so close to me. I'm like, am I that anticipated for it? I'm just more curious to see if they're actually going to tie it into Spider-Man 4, and that's what I want to know. If they went for a more Momoa route for Aquaman, I'd cast Roman Reigns if he was up for it. I think we're definitely going to be seeing the opposite of what Momoa brought, and we're going to see probably a more comic traditional Aquaman. But we'll see. Wiccan. I feel the actor should have been a younger Nightmare or Mephisto. I think he has the look, especially when he's older. What do you think? Okay, and it's Joe Locke, right? I know I was saying his name wrong the first time I talked about it. I was calling him Joel Locke, but it's Joe Locke. I've been seeing him get some hate. I actually think he's pretty entertaining, and he's definitely Wiccan. It seems like they made that obvious in the last episode. But I'm also like, where's his brother, and why are we hiding his identity? Why is it a big secret? I don't know. Just so much mystery for what purpose, you know? But I actually do like Joe Locke in the role. Who knows if he'll ever be in the movies or they'll do anything with it, because it feels like they're setting up all the young Avengers, but by the time they do something with them, it's going to be the Unk Avengers. Love you, 3C. Love you too, simp. Love you too. Also, Velma has been canceled after season 2. Praise almighty. I just didn't like it. I feel bad for the animators and people who lost their jobs and whatnot, but was not a fan of that show. Was not a fan. Thoughts on the Jigsaw Fortnite skin? I liked it. I think it's funny. They definitely gave Billy his bob. Fortnite Saw. I like the little TV on the back that apparently when you like get a kill, the plays little Jigsaw left. The pickaxe makes sense. Little saw blades. I like it. Does it look a little weird? Yes. But you know what? I dig it. I still kind of hope we eventually get the pig mask look with the robe and the pig mask. That would look cool. But it honestly does not look that bad. It makes me wonder if that's what they would do with Chucky too. Like they would just stretch him up like that. That'd be so funny. All right. What are your thoughts on the Penguin so far, dude? Loving it. I must have just had film festival brain rot when I watched the first episode, because I was at Fantastic Fest when I watched the first episode, and I was already like on day 3 of seeing 4 movies each day. Then I went home to watch the Penguin, and all I could do was nitpick about how it just didn't feel like Matt Reeves' universe, like felt like a cheap copycat, and that distracted me so much. I just was not paying that much attention to the story and Colin Farrell and all this. I was just like, this doesn't feel like Matt Reeves' Batman. It feels like a knockoff. So then I said all that. I made my video. You guys cooked me, as you should. You guys bullied me pretty good, which is honestly a good. I needed that. And so I rewatched episode 1 when episode 2 came out. So I saw 1 and 2 back to back. And I was like, this is good. I like where this is going. And then 3 got even better. And I didn't even like the Victor character all that much the first episode. Victor is becoming really interesting now. And dude, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, dude, they're riding that line of like, I really like him. Like I'm rooting for him almost the same way I would root for Walter White in Breaking Bad, even though he's clearly the bad guy. They're doing great stuff with the Penguin. It is peak. It is peak. And I'm definitely going to go into more full thoughts whenever the show ends, and I'll do a whole video on the channel, but I'm on the Penguin hype train. I am on the Penguin hype train. Have you seen the Venom collab with Hot Ones? Milk Park goes crazy. The marketing is actually good compared to other movies that have bad marketing. I did see that, and I'm curious what you guys think about Hot Ones doing that now, where they have animated or CGI characters as guests. I feel like it's a little gimmicky, isn't it? Like, it was pretty funny to have him just chug the milk, and you knew what fans were going to do with that. I didn't see the full video or clip. I just saw, like, the gifs of Venom chugging white milk, and I'm like, people going to do stuff with that. But you know what? Yeah, marketing is something. Marketing is definitely something. There's a Wednesday Whopper at Burger King, too. Oh, yeah, a little, is it purple or red? Pretty interesting. Makes you wonder if they were supposed to release like season 2 of Wednesday around this time and they were preparing for that. Is Crypto the Super Dog the key of the DCU? I don't know, man, but I hope they handle that well because I like Crypto, but I don't want that to ruin the movie, you know? Get too silly. Every single movie should get a popcorn bucket. I'm telling you, if a movie does not, the reason Joker 2 flopped and got bad reviews, no popcorn bucket. Tie-in burger and a popcorn bucket. Your movie's making $1 billion. Finally caught the live. Can you please do your Anakin Skywalker impression? Anakin is gone. I am what remains. Those are the Anakin Skywalker edits I used to see back in the day. Dude, I liked Kenobi. I thought Kenobi, as a casual Star Wars guy, I thought Kenobi was pretty good. Anakin is gone. I am what remains. Someone said, "Get out." I need that. I need someone to edit that. What is bro doing? Hey, but also I got W voice acting right there. So there you go. Get out. Those always make me laugh. All right. Hey Chris, I just wanted to say thank you and your editor, all your hard work you guys put in. You come a long way. We're proud of you. Thank you. I need to do more hard work and stop being lazy. Someone said it at the beginning of the live stream before I went live, where they were like, "Why hasn't Chris done this?" And someone said, "Because he's lazy." And I was like, my audience knows me so well. I need to be better. I need to be better. Illusional made the funniest video on you. Oh, I think I've seen it. Is it the one where it starts with, "I just want to slide in that little boy"? I have not interacted with that TikTok because once I interact with it, the algorithm will like pick it up and start sending it to people who are my fans. But the video continues to get more views even without my interaction. So yeah. As someone said, I reposted that TikTok. Thanks. Chris, have you played Telltale Batman? It is funny though. It is funny. If you haven't, I think you'll like it. It's my favorite version of the character. You know what? Maybe I'm just lame and brain rotted. I cannot get into those kind of games. I did like the what was that? It's not Until Dawn, but the sequel, The Quarry. I did like that one. But I'm just not a big fan of like choosing, like reading or hearing the dialogue, choosing a path and all that. I'm not a big fan of those kind of games. This is not for me. But I heard great things about it. What's your projection for the MCU Fantastic Four? What do you want to see in the movie specifically? Also, Fantasy Bucket? Give me Invisible Fantasy Bucket? My hopes, man, it's just I hope they handle the other world, like the other universe stuff well, and however they somehow include Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, because he's got to be part of the movie somehow. He's just going to. I want that to be handled well, but overall, I'm just excited for it. My projections, like box office wise, that one's definitely got to be at least 100 mil opening day. A lot of big fans of Fantastic Four, and I think just like Spider-Man, people are waiting for the day that Fantastic Four could be part of the MCU, and it's happened. Good day, Chris. It's my birthday today, and I just wanted to show some love, as it's hard to make some of your live streams. I live in Australia. Oh, I'm sorry, but I hope you check out the playback sometimes, buddy. And well, happy birthday to you, mate. Put another shrimp in my cake. Kangaroos. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Koala bears. I'm trying to think of that stuff that you guys spread on bread. Oh, I'll get you some Vegemite for your birthday. Someone said racist. Come on. I'm just having fun. Why you guys want to cancel me? Stop, bruh. It's just love and jokes. The Australians are fun people. I watch the Weekly Planet, and they're the presidents of Australia. They approved it. It sounds British. Speaking of the Weekly Planet, for the first 3 years of listening to them, because I do like Mr. Sunday Movies and their podcast, I thought they were British. I'm not going to lie to you. It took me 3 years and like one random podcast where they go, "We're Australian." I was like, what? I felt like that scene of Peter Quill in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I was like, what? I didn't know. I didn't know. All right, let's see. Chris, love your videos. I would love to hang out with you one of these days. Oh, me too. Me too. I'd love to hang out with myself. Wherever he is. Thank you, Ricky Torres. Thank you. No Vegemite for you. You see Kinds of Kindness, Emma Stone movie. No, I didn't see it yet. I do want to see that one though. I like Emma Stone, and I do like that director. Ever seen The Night House? Has a good twist. I don't think I have seen The Night House. I think I know the Night House. When did that one come out? 2020? I did not see that one. I remember people buzzing about that one, and I never got around to it. I think it's just because I read the description, and if it's supernatural, I lose interest. Immediately when it's like it's an entity or a supernatural being, I automatically lose interest. Unexpected death of her husband, visions of a presence in the house, like ghostly. I'm just not a fan of like ghost possession, supernatural things. I know I should be more open-minded. You're right, but I'll give it a shot. Chris, you ever drive down a dark, quiet road some nights and get a little spooked, like you think, oh man, something going on? Yeah, like around the areas of I live in Dallas and Texas. There's a lot of like what they call like the back roads where it's like pitch black because there's a lot of like farms land and the roads is like really bad concrete with potholes, and at night it's just like nothing. And I always get scared like those movies where there's gonna be like a fake person pretending they need service or help, or they're parked with cones and they steal my car or do something to me. Yeah, I get scared in those situations. Red lights. Evan K sends in $1. Appreciate you, Evan. Hey, 3C, did you... Oh, I did, buddy. It's on the list, and it's going to be one of the movies I talk about. One of my favorites this year, and curious on your thoughts and if you reviewed it. So I'm going to review it more in that video that I keep saying is coming, but I keep just postponing it. I did like it. I'll just say that. I liked it, and I'll go into specifics of why I liked it in that video. Anything you specifically want from the MCU Fantastic Four? Honestly, I want what I really liked in like the older movie is when they would combine their powers. And when not in the second movie where like Johnny had like all the powers. I just mean when they do a thing where here's some fire, here's a stretch, here's a rock, here's some invisible, like a combo with all 4 of their powers. I love that stuff. And I think it's like in the first 2000s movie where they like fight Doctor Doom. And like Johnny's doing the fire tornado, and then Mr. Fantastic uses his body to throw water at him, and all that. And Sue contains it. Like, I don't know. I love that stuff. So I need a scene where all 4 of them use their powers in like a combo move. I like that. Kevin Bacon hinted at returning for Tremors. Thoughts? Oh, good. I have to keep up with the Tremors franchise. I think I stopped watching once Jamie Kennedy got introduced. Nothing against Jamie Kennedy. I liked him as oh my goodness, I am forgetting his name. Randy. But I never got that far. But I do remember liking like the first 3 Tremor movies. I got to catch up to them. I'd be down. Sure, Kevin Bacon can do no wrong. Hear me out. Keke Palmer for Storm. I'm down with that. Keke Palmer for anything. I used to watch True Justice. Is that the name of the show? What was the name of the show? Justice VP? Wherever she's like the VP of a fashion place. I actually like that show. Are you still going to review Wolverine movies after Spook Your Mama season? It just feels weird posting them during Spook Your Mama time. Why would Marvel allow Venom in the MCU? It's not that they would allow it. I think it's more of a compromise where they definitely want to use Tom Holland in more of their movies, not just Avenger films. They want to include Tom Holland in probably like a non-Avenger movie. And so that requires a new deal. And so to sweeten the pot, they're like, let us do Venom. They've already established Venom is from a different universe. So he's not even that big of a harm now putting Venom in the MCU, because it's not going to be a permanent thing. It's just going to be for a one-off adventure. And then at the end, Venom will either die or Venom will go back to the Sony universe. So In a weird way, they've established it enough where they can let it happen. They know Venom isn't completely part of the MCU, just like how Toby and Andrew aren't really part of the MCU. They just visited the MCU for a bit and then they went back to their worlds. So I don't know. Hey, Chris, can you rank Terrifier worst to best? In my opinion, after having seen all three, it's Terrifier 2, number 1. I really like the vibe and tone of that one. And I do think the pacing in 3 is better than 2, because 2 feels, you can feel the length a bit, and there's a lot more weirder scenes in between some of the fun stuff. But I still just like 2 the most. 3 next, and then 1. I'm starting to grow on 1 a little bit more. But I remember when I first watched it, I was super disappointed. I was like, really? This could have been somebody cool, and this is what you did? And a lot of people like 1. So 2, 3, 1. Chris, don't you hate it when complain saying Agatha is bad because it's woman in it and all that kind of, which is annoying? Don't you agree? Besides, Agatha has been pretty good. Yeah, and that sucks when people just make things up like that. Like, even with Joker 2 being bad, or most people not liking it, that crowd jumped on it with it was bad because of woke. Yeah, Lady Gaga. Get out of here, man. Just how about you have some actual critical analysis and tell us why in an actual thought why you didn't like it, How about that? If you can play any Marvel character in the MCU, who would you be? Also, how you doing? As an actor, or I get their powers? I'm going to do both. If I'm just an actor playing a role, Spider-Man, baby. I don't think I would be able to handle the fame. And I even see interviews with Tom Holland where he's like, I was so much happier before all this. and I'm not even making light of it, but I've seen interviews with Tom Holland. He talks about his drinking problem. He talks about how he just cries out of nowhere. And I'm like, Tom, are you okay, buddy? We love you. I mean, not my favorite Spider-Man movies, but I love you, Tom. Don't get sad, man. I don't think I'd be able to handle it if Tom is going through that, man. But if we're talking about powers, well, I guess it'd also be Spider-Man, right? But no, let's see who else. You know what? Captain America. Because Captain America is like getting the substance in the MCU. So you getting that injection, and you're the perfect version of yourself. You're hunked up, you get all buff, but you're still human. You can run really fast and all that. I think I'm going Captain America with the powers. As much as I would love Spider-Man and swinging, I think my back would hurt after a while from swinging. I'm going Captain America. Because I would like to see the substance version of myself. Any plans for a Halloween stream? I'm gonna be Deadpool. Nice. I'm thinking about it. It's just like I said, as a homeowner, I like Halloween to put on a movie in my house and then give out candy to the kids and seeing their costumes and all that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know. It's one of my favorite parts as an adult since I don't go trick-or-treating. So I don't know. I think about it. Let's see here. I too lack some discipline thing. Since I was a child, I tend to wake in the middle of the night so hungry. I go to the kitchen and eat anything I find. To this day, I still have the same. Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't have that, but I have something close to that where I'm trying to be better at it, and it's going to be really hard after this stream, but I'm trying to stop eating after 6. That is like my window because I'm trying to fast. That's part of my process of what's been helping me. So I stop eating after 6, and I don't have my first meal till 12 the next day. That's my window. 6 at night to 12 the next day. Okay. But it has been hard, dude. I ate all my life. I loved eating before bed. I hear some people sometimes go like, "Oh, I'm so full. I'm uncomfortable." I trained myself from as a kid. Full belly means I'm gonna take a good nap, baby. Yeah, I'll have a good long meal, take a nap. I'm dreaming some crazy stuff, baby. So I get you, man. It's a struggle. We all got our struggles. Does 616 have to die to get Hulk back? I don't know about die, but I'm definitely hoping after the Secret Wars kind of reboot, reset type of thing, they definitely do something with Hulk where he goes back to kind of the rage monster. I'm not that interested in smart Hulk. You know, they did something different with all those characters in the 5-year time jump. Like Hawkeye was Ronin, Tony gave up being Iron Man, Nat, with her blonde hair and leading the Avengers and all that. But at the end of Endgame, everybody went back. Hawkeye was no longer Ronin; he was Hawkeye. Robert Downey Jr. was Iron Man till he died. But everybody went back except Hulk. He never went back. You know the Russos are going to try to fix that mistake. That's their most complained about thing ever since they left, and they joke around about it how much we ruined the Hulk and we don't care. As soon as they get to touch the Hulk again, they're like, all right, we got to fix this. But hey, at least I'm actively doing exercise, walking all week. Yeah, see, that's what my lady's got me doing. She wakes me up bright and early, and we take a walk around our neighborhood with our dogs, and not just a short walk. It's a pretty long walk. We had to shorten the walk because my Chihuahua Noah, who you guys see pop up on the channel, my little boy, the walks were so long. When we would almost get home, he'd give up. He'd literally plop on the ground and not move, and I'd have to carry him the rest of the way. So we had to shorten the walk because it was too much for my Noah. Boy, I felt so bad because he started scaring me because it wasn't just he'd stop, he'd be like, I'm done walking. I'm just sitting down on the grass, and if you want me to move, you're carrying me, Dad. But he would also start wheezing. He would go. I was like, oh my god, we're almost killing my dog here. So yeah, there you go. Don't spread that. Just finished season 4 of Dexter. It's crazy. Please finish. I know season 4 is supposed to be the best season, but with all the stuff I gotta watch for Halloween, I've been whatchamacallit, I've been putting off. But I know season 4 is supposed to be the best, and I can't wait to get back on that. What is your top 7 favorite movies of 2024 so far? Oh, top 7? Okay, I don't think in no particular order, and I've been slacking on my letterbox, man. I got so bad, I'm so embarrassed to re-enter everything I've been missing. The last thing I logged in was Speak No Evil, and I've seen at least 20 movies since then. And I'm just so embarrassed to log everything in now. Okay, but definitely The Wild Robot. There's no particular order. The Wild Robot is one of them. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Furiosa, Strange Darling. Let's see here. Alien Romulus. It's definitely one of them. And you know what? Just to add a couple more. What were some of the other ones I just saw? Oh, Substance show. I guess Deadpool and Wolverine. There you go. Some of my top choices. Any news about Chronicle 2 and the next Scorsese movie? They said they were making a Chronicle 2. There was some announcement, and it was going to be a female-led cast, which I don't mind at all. I just want an exploration of that Chronicle 2 world, but no updates. And the Scorsese movie, he's working on it, but he's making a Jesus movie and a Frank Sinatra movie. Very interested on the Frank Sinatra movie because I like Frank Sinatra. Are there any updates on the new Predator movie? The Badlands? I think they're just... all we know is it's coming out next year, so they got to get to filming that thing pretty soon. But I just want more of a detail of the plot. Because all we know right now, it's supposed to be about 2 twin sisters that are part of an experiment, and it's their first time going out in the world, and I guess they're going to fight a predator? It sounds so odd to me, so I want to know more details, but I know it's supposed to come out next year. Hey, Chris, can you give us a ranking of the best horror remakes from the 2000s to 2010s and your thoughts about these remakes? 3C Lore. I thought about doing a whole remake video. That might be something I still do for Spook Your Mom. I was thinking about it more because I need to make up for this week where I was just playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. But off the top of my head right now, my least favorites are movies like the Nightmare on Elm Street one. The second Rob Zombie movie, but I don't know if you really classify that as a remake. The ones I like the most is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one, the Friday the 13th one, and even movies like House of Wax. Really underrated. So yeah, but there's so many others, and what they do right, what they do wrong. That could be an interesting, fun video. They are red and orange lanterns. I hope we see more of the other colored lanterns. That would be interesting. I know, I remember when I was going through my Green Lantern phase when I was younger, I would look up what all the lanterns were, and I completely forgot what all those mean. You excited for the Voltron movie with Henry Cavill? I'm happy for Henry Cavill. I hope it goes well. And I know it's with Amazon and MGM, so is it a straight to streaming movie or is it going to go to theaters? But either way, I just unfortunately never was a Voltron guy. Never watched it. Never got into it. All I know is it's like a robot where like a bunch of different people are like the pieces. So like somebody's the leg, someone's the arm, someone's the torso and the head. I think Dexter's Laboratory taught me that, but I don't know much about Voltron. So as a property, I'm just like can't say I'm that excited. But I'm happy for Henry Cavill, and I hope he finds his movie because the boy needs a win. Hey, Chris, are you planning to see Daima Dub premiering in theaters on November 10th? Or were you planning to watch the show as it releases on Crunchyroll? Oh, I didn't know they were coming out with the dub on the 10th. I don't know if I can wait, though. I want to see that thing now. Hope you stream Sparking Zero again because it was a blast. Oh, man. Maybe I'll stream. I don't know how many care, but I'll do a little bit of stream of me on Ranked because I've gotten slightly better, but I'm still not great. Venom post-credits scene where he gets the logo. That would be cool, but honestly, now if they're actually going to make Venom meet Spider-Man, I say just wait to give him the logo when he meets Spider-Man. Just do it that way. But it is funny, 3 movies and we have not gotten that logo. Kid scene in Terrifier 3 wasn't that bad at all. There were parts about it that I think definitely like were more shocking than I thought. I didn't think they were going to go that far with it. But as far as Art the Clown goes, I will say pretty tame for what that clown does. Pretty tame. I'm sorry to anyone that I'll offend, but I find the Terrifier series overrated. Oh, yeah, I understand, man. I love horror, but after watching all 3 this week, I found no enjoyment. I will say I don't recommend watching them back to back to back because that is just too much violence, too much craziness in your face. You need to space them out a bit. Like, watch them weeks away, is my opinion. And also, I don't blame you. They're definitely too crazy. Even when I walked out of my screening last night of Terrifier 3, there were groups of people, and it'd be like, and there'd be friends who went to the theaters together, and one friend would go, "That was awesome," and the other friend went, "That was stupid. I didn't like that." And that was literally like 3 different times. Someone walked out going, "I enjoyed that." Another one saying, "That was dumb. I didn't like that." So there are people walking out of the movie not enjoying it, and I don't blame them. I think art is just going to have to stay as a niche thing. I keep preaching about, developing the story more, tightening down the lore on art, but at the end of the day, he's just super grotesque and bloody. And if the Saw franchise can find their people, art can find his. 3C, my girl went to Terrifier 3 and I'm working. F's in the chat for me. Oh boy. F's in the chat, buddy. F's in the chat. Hopefully she'll see it again with you though, buddy. Hopefully she'll see it again with you. Hey, Chris, do you like Pennywise? Because in a way, he's like Freddy. They manipulate children's minds and make them see crazy stuff. Love your videos. I like Pennywise, but I don't like the Stephen King Pennywise, if that makes sense. The whole entity that's thousands of years old and shapeshifts and is a spider and is arch enemies with a turtle in the sky. It's a little too convoluted for me. I kind of just like the sadistic alien clown and him to stay as a clown, but I guess that's being basic. But, Freddy on top all the way, buddy. Have you been to Miami, Florida? What are your thoughts on Argentine culture, fellow Hispanic? Could Ghostbuster sequel to Frozen Empire happen? Well, we did talk about it today. They confirmed they are going to be making a sequel to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, so get ready for that. I hope it's even better. Hope it's the best. I like Argentinians. I have no problem with anybody, man. As long as you're nice, I'm nice. I like everybody. That's all. I just wish we would all get along. Have I been to Miami, Florida? I have not. I want to though. I don't know if right now would be a great time to go to Florida though. A shout out to anybody in Florida right now. I hope you're doing well. Don't think Terrifier 3 Don't think Terrifier 3 wasn't that bad. You agree? Gore and blood-wise, I think it was pretty, in there shocking and crazy out there. As a movie, I liked it, but I don't I don't argue with anybody who didn't like it because I understand. If you had come to Australia, you might try Tim Tams, which is our version of Penguin Bar, but better. That sounds good. I gotta. I do want to go to Australia. I'm terrified though. I know it's like probably the U.S. propaganda stuff, but all the like things about the giant spiders and snakes and all these insects and creatures that could kill you. I'm terrified to go to Australia, but I actually would really like to visit because it seems like a nice place. Digimon just sends in some support. Thank you so much. Hey 3C, love your videos and stream. I wish I could say more, but I'd like to ask opinion on Agatha. Saturday night, what who do you want in Avengers 5 and 6? Opinion on Agatha? I liked it more than I thought I would. I'm not gonna say it's amazing, but I like it more than I thought I would, and it's a nice Halloween theme thing to watch. Saturday night, the movie, I enjoyed it. Not a big Saturday night guy. MTV, Mad TV was my thing growing up, but the movie I thought was pretty good. Was enjoyable. Who do I want in Avengers 5 and 6? Definitely like Toby, Hugh Jackman, with Tom Holland. I would like Shang-Chi in there because I feel like I want Simu Liu get some love. I want the Black Panther and Wakandans to make some appearances in there and get more on what's happening there and see how old little T'Challa has gotten now. Miss Marvel, Imani Milan, I like her, so I want her part of it. Even Monica and Captain and Brie Larson, I like them. No reason they shouldn't be in there. And so many more. I would even want She-Hulk in there. Heck, I just want all of them in there. As long as it makes sense, I want them all in there. Let's see here. Where are your thoughts on the Wicked popcorn tins? I thought they were fun. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend here like I'm such a big fan of Wicked popcorn buckets. Like but they look fine. Like they had these regular ones, but then they had these, right? Which is like just like a little box. Okay, interesting. I was more shocked with the witch's hat because it's a drinking cup. How do you not just flip that hat and make it a popcorn bucket? Big missed opportunity. Big missed opportunity. That should have been the hat upside down as a popcorn bucket. That honestly would have been smart in my opinion, but oh well. I feel like you could also comfortably put that in your lap. Let's see here. Damn, didn't think you could reject me like that. I'm not going to reject you, Ricky. I don't even remember how I rejected you, Ricky, but now I take you back. We're together now. Okay. Have you seen the companion trailer? I have not seen the companion trailer. Where's the companion? The companion. Oh, is it for the Nintendo Switch? Yeah, I have not seen. Sorry, I'll look into it. Did the SNL Sábado Gigante skit? Did you the SNL Sábado Gigante? I've never. Oh no, I didn't see that skit. I think I saw screen grabs of it. I know Sábado Gigante was always played in my living room. That's with Don Francisco, right? It was always played in my living room and so much stuff. I gotta watch that skit. I definitely have to watch that skit. What are your thoughts on Argentina? Oh, I think they got good food. I like all Hispanic food, man. I'm from Brazil, Argentinian, Salvadorian. Last stream people got on me because they were asking me what my favorite Mexican food was, and I said pupusas, and pupusas is Salvadorian food, so I'm sorry. Will Frozen Empire have a sequel? Yes, it will, my friend. We talked about that at the top of the show. Sorry if you have already answered this, but I just had to catch you while you were live. Have you watched The Substance? Are you going to review it? I am going to talk about it on the channel. It'll be in that compilation video, so look out for that. I did watch it. I got good things to say. I also got some bad things to say. Aaron Pierre was mid-sized sedan and old. See, I saw that, and I cannot believe it. They did not look the same to me. Like he looks so much bigger in that role. He looks like so beefy. This guy. So Aaron Pierre was in The Beach That Makes You Old. I did not recognize him. I remember this dude being like so muscularly huge, and Aaron Pierre did not come off that way in Rebel Ridge. Like he's buff, but I remember this guy being huge. So I was surprised when people were like, he was in Old. I was like, what? He was? Crazy. Have you seen I Saw the TV Glow? If so, thoughts? I got a lot of thoughts on that one. And that's one of those movies I want. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those movies I wanted to review on the channel and really talk about, but I hate the type of people it was gonna bring to the comments section and the ignorance and the dumb. Because yes, the movie is an allegory for transgender, and the story follows two people, one who decides to like take the surgery, and one who decides to continue living as who they're not wanting to be. And I thought the movie did a great job of of like letting someone who doesn't feel that experience that horror. And that's what I think is an effective horror movie. When you can take something I don't relate to, I don't understand, like being transgender, but you can personify it in a movie and make me go, whoa, okay, I could see how that would be scary and frustrating. I really like Solid TV Glow. I understand some people don't like the ending, or it's too slow, or it wasn't what they wanted. It really spoke to me. I like the Solid TV Glow a lot. Yeah. Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows? It's easily one of my favorites. I keep up the hard work. It's been awesome seeing your channel grow. Oh, thank you for that. I did see What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, and I saw a couple of the episodes of TV, but the TV, I don't know. I didn't feel the need to keep watching. It was funny, but I don't know. I just didn't get into it as much as I wanted to. Yeah. Did you hear that Transformers 1 might have a comeback at the box office? Also, Captain America 4 got new test screenings. Yeah, I saw the negative test screenings for Captain America 4. Didn't read too much into them, though, because I want to be surprised. And, hey, I hope Transformers 1 has a comeback. A lot of people are going out to see it. But we just checked at the top of the show, and it still hasn't hit 100 million. Makes me sad, man, because it is such a good movie. Did you hear about the live action Scooby Doo? Yeah, I talked about it on the channel. We talked about it on SciFlick, and I'm so hyped. I cannot wait. I need more Scooby Doo in my life, and it's stuff that isn't Velma. I need Scooby Doo meets Scream family friendly. That's what I want. The real question is who you main on Sparking Zero. Okay, so right now when I do ranking mode, these are my fighters, and it's some of it's working, some of it isn't. Okay, my first is Teen Goku. I have a soft spot for young Goku, Teen Goku, with the Power Bolt and the flying Nimbus and all that. So Teen Goku's my one. And then I have it was Master Roshi for a while. But then I switched it to Yajirobe because he has that ability to regain his health, which I think is so broken, but I get killed before I ever get to use the Sensu Bean. I only use the Sensu Bean once. Then I have Goku and Future Gohan. I win some games, I lose a lot, so I think it's time to switch my ranking team. Someone said I'm a Janemba main. I do pretty good with Teen Goku. I sometimes when I'm on a roll and I got all my combos and things down, Teen Goku, I can take down 3 people if their team is that big. But if I lose Teen Goku right away, it's done for me. It's done for me. All right. Let's see here. Anything on Michael Jackson movie Halloween lore? No. I think also you will see the Michael Jackson movie like trailer whenever in December. I think that'll be a good time to release that. And that movie's going to be huge. At least I hope so. I was a big Michael Jackson fan growing up. I still listen to that music, but it is kind of scary, those allegations and stuff. I'm so curious about how the movie's going to handle it, but I can't lie. I grew up as a Michael Jackson fan. I was so fascinated by that guy, and I'm very interested in the movie. Halloween lore. I don't have much Halloween lore. I wish I had some memorable Halloweens, but I had pretty simple fun Halloweens. I'd go trick or treating. I'd go house to house. I'd get to eat my candy. I'd come back home and watch a scary movie. I loved Halloween. Never had a bad Halloween experience. I will say, anytime I wore a mask, that mask came off 30 minutes in because that breathing and the sweatiness, it's just not good. But you see, that's not even a good 3C lore. Chris, you missed the last dono. What was the last dono? I didn't miss no last dono. What was the last dono? Who is my main? Anything on Marvel? Did you hear about Scooby-Doo? Have you seen One in the Shadows? Aaron Pierce? No, I got them all. Cisco, let me go back, Cisco. Let me see if I could see you. When did you make your dono, buddy? Let's double checking because oh, there we go. Oh, you're right. I did miss it. My bad, buddy. I'm so sorry. All right. Chris, I had to fight off a kangaroo on my birthday to make this live stream. I'm your absolute biggest fan from down under. Oh, man, I'm sorry. And I definitely needed you because with me doing my Australian accent, people were canceling me and I needed you. I could have used you and I let the one person who would have gave me the Australian pass card and I let you down, buddy. I let you down. Kangaroos are scary. There's that kangaroo horror movie coming out soon. I got to watch it. Probably gonna be terrible, but I gotta watch it. Sorry about that, my friend, but I got you, and I like your alfalfa profile picture. I love the Little Rascals. You're so beautiful to me. Love Little Rascals. Did you get to mention this in my first comment? But when watching you for the last 3 years, and it's been rad to see you grow. Keep it up, mi gente latino. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for that. It means a lot, and definitely need that encouragement with how much I've been slacking this week. Vanessa, thank you, Mr. Cat Neo. Thank you, Mr. Cat Neo. Again, super fan, much love. Can we see a 3C Vereen? What is that? 3C Vereen? Like Wolverine? Is that what you mean? Vereen? I'm just trying to look up. I don't think you meant that, right? You probably meant 3C Wolverine. Can we see a 3C Wolverine? I mean, I've dressed up as him before. I got to figure out my costume for the next live stream. Gotta do something fun there. Gotta do something fun there. All right. Well, guys, that was the final super chatty, and we've had a good time with W Fart the Clown right here. W Stream Fart the Clown. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. Actually, I do want to answer this question. Bardock, I'm confused. So far when I've been playing, is Bardock in the game or is he only a skin? Because I cannot find Bardock in my play. I can only find him as a costume. So I need someone to answer that question. And I got 2 more super chats, so let's keep the fun going then for a bit while someone answers that. Flight Risk is the prequel to Daddy's Home. What the heck? I like Daddy's Home. I kind of want a Daddy's Home 3. Have a wonderful evening. You too, Alfalfa. You too, Cisco. Have a wonderful evening. Okay. No one answered my Bardock question, so I guess that's just where we're gonna end it now. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. You guys are fantastic. I love your faces, y'all. Oh, what's it say? Bardock is his DBS version with his Z outfit as a skin. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, well, I love you guys. Fart the Clown is gonna poof his way out. Y'all are amazing. I'm gonna watch Mr. Crockett, and then I gotta lock in and make that video with all the horror stuff and anything like that. Y'all have been awesome. Love your faces. Don't forget to check out the Terrifier 3 spoiler video if you've seen Terrifier 3. Take care, my homies. Take care. Oh, super chat comes in right when I left. I meant Wolverine impression. Hey, bub. It's the end of the stream.